to do this video. Ever since the birthday sale, I've been getting asked, when are you going to do your video, when are you going to do your video? Basically, most of you, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll already know the situation that happened with my packages. There was 2 packages that were meant to come. They were my original packages, and then they realised that they were not going to come in time, so they sent me in like emergency package from the UK warehouse, which would obviously come quicker. That still didn't come in time. That actually came on the day of the launch. So then by that point I was like, well, I may as well wait for my other packages to arrive for me to do a video, because it's been and gone. There's no rush now, darling. Let's wait for the other stuff to come. So then one of my original packages came, and then literally about 2 days ago my other original package came. Then last week I actually got sent some new releases that are coming out. I don't know when they're coming out. That's really annoying, but if you follow me on Instagram, I will post on my stories and stuff as soon as they come out. I don't think they're making a big deal out of these items that are launching, because it's literally just new colourways in the ALPHALETE range, in particularly like more harmony bits. So yeah, I thought it would just be better for me to wait until I had all my packages and the new bits, so I could do a little sneak peek and then a very quick rundown of my thoughts on all the items, because I'm aware that some of the things are now out of stock, and also most of the items from the previous launch I have already given my opinions on, like the Amplify collection and all that sort of stuff, so I can just show you the colourways I've got, tell you my thoughts. But if you want like a more in-depth review, then definitely go and check out a previous video. But with the Harmony collection, obviously I've not spoken about that yet, and that's the sneak peeks in new colourways, so I'm going to talk about that first and go more in depth with that, because I've not given you my thoughts on the Harmony collection. And actually, annoying because I didn't get to do the video in time for like the launch, but it's actually given me a substantial amount of time to actually try out these bits, because normally we get our packages super close to launch, so you don't necessarily have lots and lots of time to try everything out. But doing it this way, clearly it was just God's will, it was just the Lord's will, and it's just worked out this way, so that's how I'm doing it. Yeah, my support code with ALPHALETE is just Amy, so if you are picking anything up and you want to support me, then feel free to do it. I'm not going to pin you down and force you to use it, but if you want to use it, then please do, and I really do appreciate it. And if you do use it, message me on Instagram so I can say thank you. If you have messaged me on Instagram recently about ALPHALETE or anything like that, please just send it again, because my DMs have been like so locked up at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but I've just been getting a lot more DMs than usual. I'm talking like 50 to 100 DMs a day, and with uni and like working and stuff, it's really hard to keep up with, but I promise I'm trying my best. If you ever need like sizing help or anything, like I said, comment it down below on any of the videos and I will get back to you, or message me on Instagram and I will try get back to you as quick as I can. I'm gonna go over the new releases sneak peek first. Now normally when I do these videos, if you are regular here, you'll know that I like to put in like the information we get of like every single colourway that things are coming in, but I can't do that because we've not been given that. Like I said, I don't think they're making a big like hoo-ha out of it. From what I understand, these are just gonna like drop. I'm really sorry about that, but we're working with what we've got and I thought you would appreciate the sneak peek. So yeah, they're dropping basically more ALPHALETE, just in new colourways. For like measurement purposes, before I get into everything, I wear an extra small in pretty much everything. If I'm wearing a different size, I will obviously note that and let you know. I'm a 32DD bra size, but my boobs are fake, so that does kind of change the way that sizing works. It's not the same as like a natural 32DD, if that makes sense. My waist is about 23, 24. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't measured myself in a while now, and my glutes are around the 39 mark. But yes, the ALPHALETE collection, if you don't already know, I will give you a quick rundown of what the material and stuff is like. It's a very soft collection. It's like a brushed cotton feel. I think it's the most similar kind of material personally that I have tried to Lululemon Align material, so if that's your sort of thing, then this will be right up your street. It's definitely more, in my opinion, of a comfort collection over a performance collection, just because of how soft it is, the nature of the fabric. It does peel over time. To minimise it, I highly recommend that you wash your clothes on cold with similar items, so like soft items around them, nothing rough that's going to like rub against the material. Low spin, you don't want it like flying around your washing machine. Alternatively, hand washing would be better. Always wash it inside out. Do not put it in a tumble dryer, air dry it, radiator, all that sort of stuff, and it will minimise the pilling. But in the nature of the material, it is that brush cotton feel. A line pants pill over time, and they're like, what, 90 quid? So yeah, it will pill over time. On the birthday sale launch, they launched their Harmony collection, and they launched lots and lots of colours in that. I'm sure you will have already seen on like everyone's hauls and stuff. I'm personally just going to show you the new colours and give you a sneak peek of those and my thoughts on those, just because obviously I just feel like that's a more useful use of the time when I'm talking about the collection, because it's the same thing anyway, it's just new colourways. I may as well talk about the new ones. The old ones have been done and done and done. There's no point in me speaking about them again. You've already heard people's thoughts and opinions on them. So I'm going to talk about the Harmony collection within the ALPHALETE stuff first, just because I've never ever spoken about this before, never reviewed it before. You've got sports bras and you've got leggings. Now, last time when they launched the ALPHALETE stuff for the birthday sale, they did the Alto bras and the Harmony bras, and they're also doing the Supreme bras in an upcoming launch, which they have launched before. These bras, and very, very high neck, very long line, racer back at the back. It's got ALPHALETE in the bold, and then the ALPHALETE underneath it in italics. These are quite a supportive sports bra in my personal opinion, and out of all of these bras that I've got here from this kind of range, this one fits the best in my personal opinion and is the comfiest to wear. I've had a black one of these from like their August launch, I think it was, and I absolutely love it. When I train like upper body and stuff, it makes the shoulders look so good. But like sweat proofness wise, this is going to show sweat, so like if you sweat from like under your boobs or like your armpits, which most of us do, we're only human, if that's something that bothers you, something to consider, because this material does show sweat in my experience. But it's not something that bothers me personally. Like, I'm in the gym to sweat, do you know what I mean? Like, why am I going to care that Darren can see that I'm sweating? Like, he hasn't just dripped his entire body weight in sweat all over every single piece of equipment that he's just used. But me over here is being shy about having a little bit of boob sweat. Like, no, it's 2021. We're leaving that in 2020. We're not ashamed of sweating in the gym. We're literally in there to sweat. I have the Supreme bra in the Blue Horizon colour, which is new, and the Quiet shade. I already know that some people are going to want to see comparisons between these two, so very, very quickly, this is the new Quiet shade colour. Let me just double check on my email that that is actually the name of the colour. Yeah, this is the new Quiet shade colour, and this is Volcanic Ash from the last launch. There is actually quite a big difference in like shades and tone between the two. The Volcanic Ash almost looks like it's got a little bit of green in it, whereas this is much lighter, and this is just like pure grey. This is quite a bit darker. Showing up a lot more similar on camera than it actually is in person. It's not that similar in my opinion. So yeah, that's the difference between those two, but they are the colours that I have the Supreme bra in. Like I said, I can't tell you I don't know if every single colour that I'm going to show you is going to come in the Supreme bra, because I'm not sure. I'm just giving you a little sneak peek. But these are the ALPHALETE Harmony bras. These launched with the birthday sale, but they are bringing out some new colours. Obviously the black has already launched, but I was sent this in the new package, so it kind of looks like the black is relaunching if it's out of stock. And then again, the Blue Horizon colour. So with this bra, I actually quite like this seam down the front. Support wise, I would say this is like a medium support. It's definitely not a high support, but it's definitely more supportive than some of the other bras. I would personally still say that the Amplify bra is more supportive than these two. I wear an extra small, so yeah, it has like a deep V plunging neckline, and then it's got this kind of like mesh bit underneath, which isn't like see-through, it's like solid, but it feels like mesh. It's kind of like a ribbed kind of material, and then around the band it just goes back into the standard ALPHALETE material again. The back is just really, really plain and simple, which I actually really like about this. I like that it's just got like a very plain back. And then it says ALPHALETE with ALPHALUXE underneath it in the italics, standard for all the ALPHALUXE bits. But yeah, I have this in the black and in the blue horizon colour. The only thing that I don't really like about this is it feels really like quite tight around like my neck area, and obviously you can't adjust this in any way, it's literally just a sports bra. But I know from experience, if I go up to a size small in ALPHALETE bras, the band is way too big, so I definitely couldn't size up in this bra, which is a little bit annoying. I've never had a sports bra before where I've put it on and found it noticeably very tight around my neck like that, but this is like very tight around my neck. And like I said, for me personally, I couldn't size up in this because it would make the band too big around my ribs and it like flares away from it, and I just think it looks rubbish because it doesn't fit properly. So yeah, that's one thing to note about this, is I just found it really quite tight around my neck. And obviously by the time I'm posting this video, I know that some of you will have bought some of this collection, so if you found that to be the case as well, then do let me know, because I'm intrigued to know whether I've just got a really fat neck. And then we have the Alto bra in the Carolina blue colour, which is new, and the Haven colour, which is like, this is, I love this colour, and it's breaking my heart, which I'll get onto when I speak about the leggings in a second. This literally is just like spring, like this is Easter in a colour, like it's just such a pretty colour. This is the Atlantis blue that's launched in the ALPHALUXE before, and that is the Carolina blue. So I'd say the Atlantis is a bit more of a brighter kind of shade of blue, and then the jade green and the Haven are actually like significantly different. Like they're really just not the same colour, they're not the same shade of green. This is a very pastel-y green, this is more of a muted kind of green. This is a bit brighter and a bit lighter, but they're just very high neck at the front, so they come up around your neck. At the back they just cross over. I actually really like the back of this sports bra. I think it's really flattering on your back, and each to their own, and this is just personal preference, like design wise. I really am not a fan of this bra from the front. I just don't like the seams, I feel like it just looks like it's inside out or something. But after I got my boobs done, you have to wear like special like surgical bras. It's giving me the same energy. I'm just not a fan of the design on the front. I really hope that like the other bras come in this colour, because I actually really love this colour. I'd love like the Harmony bra in this colour, because I definitely prefer this over the Alto bra, so I would love it if that comes in this colour, but I'm not sure whether it does or not. But yeah, I just don't really like it, and also this fits me quite poorly. The band at the bottom looks like baggy, like it's tight to my ribs, but it just doesn't fit me right at all. It fits me quite big. I would say that this bra definitely runs quite big. I don't get the issue with this being super tight around my neck like I do with the Harmony bra. However, these bits at the side just come away from my boob and just don't fit right, which is weird because it's kind of got a similar cut to the Supreme bra, which doesn't do that, but this one does it. These colours are so pretty, so it's such a shame. I just hope that these come in the Harmony bra. Yeah, support wise, I would say these are like medium-ish support, just because these don't fit me right. They don't give as much support as the Supreme bra, because these just feel like quite big on me, to be honest. I'm sure you'll have already seen on like everyone's videos on Instagram and stuff like that. The difference between the Harmony leggings and the Essential leggings is basically that these have got this like ribbed detailing in the waistband, and it goes right the way around the back and kind of comes into like a V, so like the Essential leggings do, but it's just got this like extra ribbing here. And another difference is the cuffs on the bottom. So this is the back of it, so it kind of like curves upwards, and then it's like that at the front. And I also find these to be a much shorter legging than the Essential leggings. These come up quite a bit shorter on me. I'm 5'6", and the inside of my legs is 28 inches I think, and these come up like quite short on me. To compare like the sizing and stuff between the Essentials and the Harmony, I've got the Essentials behind in the quiet shade colour. So as you can see, it's actually like, they're pretty much the same size. The Essentials maybe run a tiny little bit bigger, but it's nothing crazy. So sizing wise, I personally find that in the Essentials and in the Harmony collection, I need a double extra small in order for things to fit right and just give me like the kind of support that I feel like I like to have in a legging. The extra small waistband is just really loose, and with the nature of the material when it comes to the ALPHALETE stuff, it's so soft that it does tend to slip down, which is why I said it's more kind of comfort over performance material sort of situation. When I do wear an extra small in the Essentials in the gym, which I have done before, I just find that I'm constantly having to like re-pull them up and stuff because they're just falling down, because the waist runs a little big and they just run a little big in general. So I would personally say to size down in Essentials and the Harmony collection, because yeah, they pretty much fit the same. The only difference between the two is with the waistband to crotch area. As you can see, the Essentials have a little bit more, which I think is why I have the issue I have, which I'm going to come on to in a second. The Essentials have got a little bit more length in that area, whereas the Harmony, it's a little bit shorter in this area. So with these leggings, I get, and I never do this in videos because I feel like why should we be ashamed of our literal bodily anatomy, but like I know there's some weird men out there, so I'm actually going to have to put an emoji over my crotch area because the camel toe that these give me is just not okay. Like the Harmony leggings give me, honestly, like the camel toe is as bad as wearing Lululemon Align pants, which is bizarre because these have got no front seam, Align pants do, but it's really quite severe. Like I'm not comfortable having that online basically, so I am going to put an emoji over it, but you just need to know, on me personally, it's quite bad. It will vary person to person on your like anatomy and stuff and how you like to wear your leggings. So sweatproof wise, obviously it's the same material as the Essential leggings, so these are not a sweatproof legging again, which is why I say they're more of a comfort legging than a performance legging. Squat proofness, the blue Horizon colour is absolutely fine because it's quite a dark colour, and typically with ALPHALETE material it's quite an opaque material, so you don't, opaque is the right word, transparent would be the opposite, which we'll get onto in a second. It's quite an opaque material, so I typically don't have any issues with like these coming up super sheer or anything like that. I've never put on a pair of leggings that's been this sheer before. These are like on par with like the orange dreamsicle, what's it called, biker shorts that they launched nearly a year ago now. Jesus Christ, it's not even, it doesn't even, watch the try on clip back, it doesn't even show up as like severely see-through as it actually is in person. When I put these on, you can see the shadow of my underwear from the front, and you can also literally read the label through the leggings. Now I know people will say we'll just cut the label out, which don't worry, I am going to take the label out of these leggings. That's not really the point. It's normally such an opaque material, but this is so sheer on me. Then there's more Essential leggings dropping, so I've got the quiet shade colour and I've also got the Carolina blue colour. Now with these, with the previous Essentials drop, so the actual birthday launch, I actually requested a double extra small, so I'm going to show you the difference between the two. Here, the extra small is in front and the extra small is behind. Now for me, the extra small is more of an extra small in ALPHALETE sizing, if that makes sense. Like this fits me how like the Amplified are in an extra small, obviously differently because it's not the same legging. They just run big basically, so if you are interested in the Essential leggings then definitely size down. I absolutely love these leggings just for chilling around in. I love this colour. I think this blue is just really pretty, and also I really am happy that they've come out with this colour just because it reminds me of, I can't remember the name, but there's like a very popular colour of Align pants that came out years ago and they don't do them anymore, but it's like a very specific colour, and this is literally that colour, and these give a less bad camel toe than the Lululemon Align pants, so that's a winner in my book. Camel toe of these isn't as bad, you do get one but it's not really as bad as it is with the Harmony collection. These come down a little bit longer, so these hit just above the ankle on me personally. They're not sweat proof, but these colours are squat proof, so I would definitely definitely recommend some essential leggings if you are shopping, especially when this colour comes out, this quiet shade colour. I just feel like it's a really nice shade of grey. Like I said, I've got the essentials from the birthday launch in an extra small, and I'm not going to lie, they're quite hard to get on, and they are a little bit tighter on my ankle. I've got a little bit of a cankle going on. They fit so much better on my waist, and I don't have to fanny around with like constantly pulling them up again all the time like I do with the extra smalls. So for me personally, I prefer an extra small in the essential leggings. And then we've got the ALPHALETE Harmony shorts. Now I know that they launched biker shorts on their birthday sale, but they're actually coming out with a short version. Okay, so I've got the Amplify in front, so as you can see, you can't see any extra material behind. They're pretty much the same in terms of like sizing and all that jazz. Lengthwise though, these are definitely a bit longer, the Harmony shorts, I would say. I don't have measuring tape to hand, but as you can see, that is quite a bit longer. Yeah, these are basically just a short version of the leggings and of the biker shorts that they launched last time. So they've got the same thing, so it's all the ribbing around the front, and then around the back it goes into a love heart. It's got a seam down the back but no seam at the front. And these in the leg, it's not like tight or anything. These are actually like a very comfortable short to wear. When I tried them on yesterday, I was like, oh, I don't think I would go down to a double extra small in these in particular, just because I think if I did, they would probably be too short for me personally, especially with the nature of this kind of like material. I feel like it does ride up a little bit just because it doesn't have that like strong seam at the bottom to almost like pinch you and hold it in place, which is good for some people because I know that some people hate it when shorts dig in, but I personally like it to dig in a little bit just so I know it's not going to ride up a crazy amount. These do ride up but they don't pinch in, so choose your battles. Proof, these are squat proof. I have the quiet shade colour and the blue horizon colour, and these are personally squat proof on me. Sweat proof, again, they're not going to be sweat proof because it's the ALPHALETE material and it's just not a sweat proof material. Yeah, like I said, normally I would size down, but I wouldn't in these just because I feel like they would come up too short. In terms of whether I prefer these or the Amplify, I do prefer the Amplify shorts just because I don't think these are particularly that flattering on like your glutes and stuff. I don't feel like they make them pop in the way that they deserve to. But everyone's different, everyone seems to prefer different things. I know that some people would much prefer these over the Amplify shorts, so it kind of just comes down to personal preference. But for me, if I had to pick, I would go with the Amplify shorts because they are just chef's kiss, love of my life. Yeah, those are the new Harmony shorts, and they are a short but not as short as the Amplify shorts. Okay, so that's all like the new releases, sneak peeks that I have to give you. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of all the things that I got from the birthday launch, which obviously didn't come in time. I hope you all had a nice time shopping and were able to get everything that you wanted. If you did use my code on the birthday launch or just at all ever, thank you so much. I really wasn't expecting many people to use it just because I literally could not make any content. Like, I was just sat there like, I feel like such a lemon, like I'm so useless, I can't give my opinions, I don't want to say I like something based off the way it looks because I want to actually try it. Low-key kill me inside if I looked at something and thought, oh well, I like the look of it, so I'm going to say I like it, and then everyone buys it and everyone hates it, and then when I try it I don't like it. So I just thought I'm not even going to give my opinion on the new stuff because I haven't tried it. Also, just a quick note that customs charges do apply now if you are ordering from outside of the UK but in the EU, just because of Brexit we did leave the EU. Right or wrong, we left the EU. I mean, all my favourite companies are like outside of the UK but in the EU, so I now get slammed with customs bills. I bought 2 tracksuits from Nikki Studios and my customs bill was like £180. It's alright guys, it's not like I've just spent £350 on tracksuits already. Custom charges do apply. I'm not saying you're going to get charged that much. I think it does depend on the value that you're ordering. There's so many things that seem to go into it, but honestly, like, I've ordered stuff from America before that definitely should have had customs on it and I didn't get charged it, but then sometimes I do get charged customs. I do think there is a method to it, but I think sometimes certain packages just slip through the net and don't get charges. Prepare that you may have some custom charges to pay if you are ordering from ALPHALETE now and you are outside of the UK, which I'm sure you all know by now because there was a whole kerfuffle about it over the birthday launch, but I'm sure you're all aware of it by now. So the Amplify jackets, I've got this in tuxedo blue and wisteria. These have definitely got like a bit of weight to them. They're definitely heavier. In terms of like women's jackets from ALPHALETE, these are my favourite jackets that ALPHALETE do. For me personally, I just find these really, really flattering. The like length that they go down to hits in just the right place, in my opinion. Like, it really, really gets you in the right place. Really flattering. It just zips up all the way to the top if you want it to. I personally don't do that because I feel like I look like I've got no neck when I do that. I like to just wear it like halfway down. But yeah, I find these really, really flattering. I wouldn't personally train in these just because I feel like they do actually keep you quite warm. So I wouldn't personally train in these, but I do love them just for like chilling in, going to the shops in, walking in, doing all those essential activities that we're doing in lockdown in the UK. So yeah, I do actually really, really like these jackets. They've launched before, I've given my opinions before, so I'm not going to speak about them too much. But yeah, I have the tuxedo blue colour and the wisteria colour. Really, really like these. They're not sweatproof though. If you are sweating, you are going to see it. Then I've got the Amplify long sleeves. These are chef's kiss. Again, another favourite in terms of like ALPHALETE tops. For me personally, I just absolutely love these tops. I've got Rainfall and Ivy. Obsessed with this colour. Like, it looks really, really good with blonde hair. Don't mean to toot my own horn, but it looks good with brown hair too. And I just think this is like such a nice shade of blue. It's like a quasi tealy colour, but I just think it's really, really nice and quite unique, and I really, really like this colour. Very, very simple top. It just says ALPHALETE at the front, which is obviously stuck on. Long sleeves, which are nice and long, which is my favourite thing about ALPHALETE. When they do a long sleeve top, they do it right. They don't give you no... It's the same with the jackets as well. They don't give you no like wrists are afraid of the dark shit. It's like long, so you can feel all like colours. I just love having sleeves that I can pull over my hands. They don't have thumb holes, which I think could be a suggestion. I would like a top with a thumb hole personally. But they're nice and long, so you don't feel like you're at your ankles, so you don't feel like your wrists are afraid of the dark. Most ALPHALETE tops stay true to size because this is just perfect. Again, these are not a sweatproof top, so if you are going to sweat in the gym and it's something you're self-conscious of, you might just want to use it as like a layering piece that you can take off. For me personally, get your sweat out. I don't really care. I'm now just going to go through some tops. I feel like I've got... Well, I don't feel like, I know I've got pins and needles in my foot right now. Anyway, Aspire Signature tie top. I have this in the colour red pear. That's back to front aiming. That's not very useful. So yeah, it's just, these are such a soft material. And it says ALPHALETE in metallics, and it's like rubberized, stuck on. I'm not gonna lie, they've launched these before, but these definitely feel thinner than the last time they did them, because I've still got a blue one, and I don't know when it was it like 2019 when they launched these? I can't remember, or was it their birthday sale last year? Can't remember, but I just remember that I wore mine to death. Like, that was a top that I would actually train in the gym, that was long sleeve, and I wore this one on my Instagram with the Bordeaux shorts. Looked really, really nice. It was a cute little home training outfit. But yeah, this definitely feels thinner than the last time that they did them, which I'm not 100% sure about, but it's so soft. So soft. And I know from my blue one that it's definitely durable, because I've still got that now. It's still in good condition. It's still very, very soft, and I still wear it quite a lot, to be honest, to say I've had it for like over a year now. But yeah, these are not like a performance material, they're more like a comfy material, but I do personally go to the gym in these and train in these. They're not sweatproof, obviously. If you do sweat, you are going to see it. It's like a jersey material, but basically this is untied and then you tie it. I personally like to tie it and then basically tuck it into my sports bra, because I have to wear a sports bra underneath this. In the triangle clip I didn't have a bra on underneath, and I had to do some serious covering up because you could see quite a lot. I wouldn't go to the gym in this with no bra underneath it, basically. I think you would probably get kicked out. I then have the premium tanks in black and ivy. These are just like spaghetti strap tops with like a scoop neck, On the back of the neck it says ALPHALETE in like the rubberized stuck on thing. I've not had enough chance to wear these and like put them through the washing machine, so I'm not sure how this will stick on a cotton material. I know that on all like the ALPHALETE range it stays on well because I've washed the hell out of my essential leggings because I wear those all the time, so I know that it lasts on that. I'm not 100% confident in saying that this is going to stay on a cotton material. The full length top, I know that a lot of people find it annoying that ALPHALETE do quite a lot of cropped stuff because obviously it's not for everyone. Me personally, you know me guys, I'm a seeker.
That's what
do you wear full length tops? No. So I personally would wear this like tucked into my sports bra, and actually I did this with the black one to train in the other day, and I actually really liked like this tucked into a sports bra underneath it. It looks really good. It looks really good. So yeah, I would personally wear these cropped, and that's how I'm going to be wearing them. But yeah, if you prefer a full length top, these are very nice. They also just hang very nicely. They fit very true to size. I have an extra small in these and they fit me absolutely fine. And yeah, they come to like a nice length. They hit at like your hips. They're not cropped at all. They are a full length top, and that's saying something because I've got an extremely long torso and it hits my hips on me, so you should all be okay because I do have a weirdly long stomach. I then have the premium crop, which is not inside out. I thought it was, but it's not, in the shade Antler. Again, as with all these tops, it has on the back of the neck, it says ALPHALETE in the italics in the rubberized logo. Just has a seam across the front which goes here across your boobs. This is a crop top. It's a boxy fit, shorter at the front, longer at the back, as you can see, so it kind of like tapers. Yeah, for me personally, I'm not a fan of this top. It's just not very me, and I just find that it kind of sits a little bit strange over my boobs. Maybe I should have gone up to a small in this because I just feel like it fits a little bit weird over my boobs, especially with the seam that goes over the top. I just feel like it looks a little bit strange. But yeah, this is not my personal cup of tea, but I know that everyone has a different design preference and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, in this I would say if you have a bigger chest, I've got an itchy nose, sorry, definitely size up just to avoid it looking weird over your boobs, because I do feel like this kind of catches on mine and looks a little bit strange. Premium v-neck, which is literally just a plain top with a v-neck, and I have this in black and the colour azul. But yeah, these are inside out, but you can see that it says ALPHALETE again in the rubberized logo on the back of the neck. This again is a full length top, and it has a curved hem at the bottom, which actually I find quite flattering. And this is one top that could make me change my attention seeking ways. I just feel like the black v-neck with black leggings, it's just a slick, I mean, I'm not saying everyone's going to be looking at you thinking, wow, what an innovative, she is serving looks, but like it just looks good. Like it looks clean, it looks fresh, it looks really nice. And to be honest, when I got these I thought, I'm not excited by this, to be honest. It's just a v-neck top, but when I put it on, they just fit really nice, and like it's weirdly flattering on your boobs. Like weirdly flattering. Like there's no way that a plain v-neck t-shirt should be that flattering on your boobs. Could you wear this cropped? You probably could. You probably could. Where there's a will, there's a way. I've not actually tried it because I do actually like these full length, shock horror, but you could probably wear these cropped if you wanted to. Now, moving on to my favourite thing that ALPHALETE does. Like my face, look at me. My face is like, it's the Amplified collection. I'm not gonna lie, right, you know I've been in this like love affair with ALPHALETE tri-bras. Still love them and still reach for them all the time, but I have found myself reaching for the Amplified bra more. It just, I mean, I don't want to get weird with you all, but it just does something to your boobs that the tri-bra just can't do. It's just such a flattering sports bra. I've already given like an in-depth review on these, but yeah, like I said in the Black Friday video, when I first saw these I wasn't excited by them at all. I was like, it looks weird, why has it got that seam at the front, it's ruched, it looks weird, I don't like it. A few months on, these are my most reached for sports bras. I just feel like this like halter neck is so flattering on like your chest area, the things it does to your chest is also just really flattering. You can wear it a little bit longer line, or I actually quite like to like roll the band up on itself and make it into a little bit of a shorter sports bra. I wear an extra small in these, and I find this to actually be a very, very decent level of support. I would say like medium to high support for me personally, but again, do bear in mind my boobs are fake, so like it might be different for people that have real boobs, but my boobs do move, so like there is some validity to what I'm saying, but do bear that in mind because I am aware that there are differences. The purple dove colour here, I've got the black one on, and I've got the evergreen colour here, which looks black, but this is actually such a stunning colour. I was not expecting to like this. This is such a stunning green. I wore it the other day and Dan was like, it's a really nice, actually it's a really nice colour. I think these are my favourite sports bra that ALPHALETE does. I love the tri-bras still love them, I would still highly recommend, but these are just, I've just been reaching for them more and I've been really enjoying them. Loads of new colours in these, and I think quite a lot of them are still in stock on the site, so I highly recommend these bras. Love them. So I'm going to talk about the shorts first. So obviously in the Amplify range we have the short shorts, which I have in Ivy and Wisteria. Again, Ivy is another colour that, like, green is just not a colour that I tend to reach for, but I wore this dancing at mine, and I wore this to like train legs in, and then I came back upstairs. He was still asleep, bless his little soul. And he was like, I actually really like that colour on you, like it actually suits you. So I've got a newfound love for green. So yeah, I've got the Amplify shorter shorts in Wisteria and Ivy, and then I have the longer shorts, so like the biker shorts in Tuxedo Blue and Wisteria. I don't want to go super in depth, like properly reviewing these bottoms again. Like I'm going to speak about like the colours and like general little bits I think you should know. But if you want like an in-depth review of all this, where I literally hit every single point, definitely go and watch my Black Friday haul. I time-stamped it all so you can skip to the bits that you're interested in hearing about. I personally find these very true to size. I know that some people say to size up in the shorts, but I don't. I wear an extra small and I find them absolutely fine. I think if you are super in between sizes, then maybe do go with the size up, or if you want like an extra bit of length, especially with the shorter shorts, then go with the size up. But other than that, I would personally, in my experience, I stay true to size with these. With all these colours, so the Ivy, the Wisteria, the Tuxedo Blue, I find them all to be squat proof on me, which winner. I don't tend to have issues with Amplify being sheer on me. And trust me, like I really do like do the most in front of this mirror that's directly in front of my window. Like I see parts of myself that I didn't even notice sometimes. I know that people are going to ask which one I prefer. Do I prefer the short shorts? Do I prefer the bike shorts? Because I've had these like a few months now. I still can't say. I think they're on a tie. I think if you want something more versatile, then go with the biker shorts, because you can just roll these up to pretty much look like the Amplify shorts. Like the way that I wear my biker shorts, people have to ask, they're like, are these the biker shorts or the normal shorts? Because your girl do be rolling them up. I don't like these full length, if I'm being completely honest, but do give a little bit more length, obviously, even if you roll them up, than the Amplify do. So if you are like self-conscious or like worried about things rolling up, I would say the biker short is a safer bet, but they're both bloody amazing. They're so flattering. The booty scrunch is amazing. The waistband is amazing. The waistband literally makes it like shapes you like nothing else. Like it's literally like wearing shapewear to the gym. The booty scrunch is so flattering. I know that sometimes people get annoyed with my hauls because like I do hike my leggings up quite a lot, but one, I have a very long torso, so I do have to pull them up further to cover my belly button anyway, because I don't like having my belly button out in the gym. That's weird. Two, just more flattering in my opinion to have your leggings up there. Each to their own. That's how I like to wear my leggings, but I am aware it's not how everyone likes to wear them, so I am sorry, because I know that some people do find it annoying. But with these, regardless of whether you try to pull it up your butt or not, it's going up there. It's going up there because of how well this scrunch has been manufactured. I don't know how they've done it, but like the scrunch is immaculate. Update on the scrunch. I wear my Amplify collection to death. It's pretty much all I wear. My revivals have really been retired. Like the shorts have been pretty much all I've been wearing, and the leggings, which I'll go on to in a moment. But yeah, an update on the scrunch. For me personally, none of mine have unravelled, and I have been wearing them. I have been wearing them pretty much to death. None of the scrunchies have unravelled or come undone. I've not experienced any ripping with my leggings personally, but I know that some people have had issues with the booty scrunch ripping. If you are concerned about things like that and you do tend to be in between sizes, then do size up. And also, I'm not saying that it's people's fault that the booty scrunch is ripped, because I do think sometimes there are like faults with products or something like that, and I hate it when people are like, well, it's your own fault, you should have sized up. It's like, that's not really the point of them at all in my leggings. Just be careful when you're pulling these up. They have a mesh panelling down the side which is significantly thinner than like the rest of the legging, so be careful. Any rings, I'm super careful when I'm putting on Amplify collection in particular, because if my ring gets caught it will put a hole through it. It's quite a delicate material, particularly on the mesh panel, so be careful with that. And when you are like pulling them up, just make sure that there's enough material at the top of your leg before you pull them up. Basically just be careful when you put them on. I'm always careful when I put them on. Yeah, I'm obsessed with the shorts, and I think the Amplify shorts, biker or short, is my favourite product from ALPHALETE. Like, it's just, they are incredible. If you have not tried a pair, please try it. Even if you're super like self-conscious about trying shorts and wearing shorts, 2021 is the year that we wear things that we're not comfortable wearing, that we push ourselves out of our comfort zone, that we wear the things that we've always wanted to wear but we've been too self-conscious about what other people might say, or we've just felt like we can't wear it because it's not for us. It is for you. Doesn't matter what size you are, you can wear what you want. And 2021 is a year that we do it. Nothing to be insecure about. Cellulite, normal, we've all got it. Shorts pinching into your legs a little bit, normal, it happens. These do pinch in a tiny bit, but yeah, 2021, let it be the year that we wear things that we would normally be self-conscious about wearing, push ourselves out of our comfort zone, wear that colour we've always wanted to wear, buy that thing we've always wanted to wear it when we've actually got places to go. Thank you. Anyway, onto the leggings. So I've got the leggings in the ivy colour, thundercloud, purple dove, rainfall. Again, rainfall. Rainfall is just such a stunning colour. I've spoken about it with the top, so I'm not going to drill your ears in about it, but this is probably one of my favourite like shades of blue that ALPHALETE have ever done. Personally, absolutely love it. So yeah, the leggings, like, they've got the same waistband as the shorts, so like super cinch you in. For me personally, I wear an extra small. I stay true to size in these. I don't think I would need to size up. Lengthwise, these come up just above my ankle, but we do have to bear in mind that I do pull my leggings up quite high again to make sure I've covered my belly button. The waistband on these is compressive, and these are definitely more of a performance legging than the ALPHALETE range, just because of the fact that like they're more sweat proof. The waistband, it's got more compression, it doesn't constantly slip down. Now what you will find with these, I find it more with the leggings than I do with the shorts, is when you're doing a squat, the band won't stay straight across your back, it will kind of dip down a little bit, not to the point you can see your ass crack. We're not going to have any builders bums in the gym, you don't need to worry about that, but it does pull down a little bit, and I know some people find that sensation a little bit weird, but it's nothing to worry about, it's normal. I think it's because of the scrunch, it just kind of pulls it down a little bit. Camel toe wise, I do get the camel toe in some of the colours, and it tends to be the lighter colours. I'm not really sure why, but it's nothing too bad for me personally, it doesn't bother me. Sweat proof, these are sweat proof like I said. The gusset on these does show a little more than usual, just because the gap between the bottom of the waistband and the booty scrunch is like that, and then the gusset begins, so it does show a little bit more, but I wouldn't say it's anything to be self-conscious about, because someone would have to be sat at a very strange angle watching you to think, God, that gusset looks a bit strange. Someone to be sat to see that, they'd have to be a little bit strange. I'd be questioning why they're at the gym, you know, it'd be a little bit weird. Squat proofness, the ivy, a squat proof on me, the rainfall, a squat proof on me, the purple dove, I would say on me are like 90% squat proof, they're not super sheer. I'd say the thundercloud colour is the least squat proof, which is to be expected because it's just a very light grey, and also this colour weight feels different to the rainfall and the ivy. So the rainfall and the ivy are obviously super soft, but feel a little bit like thicker and tighter. The purple does feel a little bit looser, not to the point where you need to change sizes, but just like the material's got more stretch because it's a lighter colour. When you put a darker dye on stuff, it does make them fit a little bit tighter and feel a little bit less soft, but still super soft, if that makes sense. The Thundercloud feels a bit more delicate than the other colours as well, but I've not had any issues with it yet, and I would personally say out of these colours in the leggings, the Thundercloud are my fave, and also the Rainfall. The Rainfall are more practical because they are like super like, I don't have any issues with these not being squat proof, but I still love the Thundercloud anyway. I'd still wear these on lower body days. I don't think they're like, oh my god, that's sheer, but they're not squat proof. They're not squat proof. They're more squat proof than the Silver Sky, but they're still not squat proof. And then I just wanted to give a quick mention to the seamless underwear, which I've left in packets because I knew that I wanted to speak about this. I wear an extra small in the underwear, and this is the best seamless underwear that I've tried. I normally find with seamless underwear that because it's seamless, it moves around a bit, and you can, I'm sorry if this is too much information, but you can quite literally end up with like half of your hanging out of the side of your underwear, and then it can make camel toe situations worse, especially when you've got gym leggings on, because there's no barrier there, because it's just moved, it's just shifted. I don't get that with this. These actually cover my you-know-what pretty well, so I don't really get that issue with these. I did just want to mention that because I spoke about it on Instagram, and 2 girls actually messaged me. They were like, thanks for actually mentioning whether it covers you, because it's quite a common issue with seamless underwear, because it doesn't have that like grip around the sides to stick to. It does move about a bit, so if it's a very like thin or skimpy bit of material, you can run into some issues. It's just so comfy, perfect for the gym, perfect for the essential leggings in particular, because they are notoriously bad for showing like VPL, just because it is like a thinner material sort of thing. So if you are getting anything from the ALPHALETE range, particularly the essential leggings, highly recommend getting some seamless underwear. So yes, I don't know, and I'm really sorry because it's really annoying, I don't know when those new colourways are dropping in the ALPHALETE stuff. As soon as I know, I will post about it on Instagram and update a pinned comment below so that you're all kept in the loop. So I would recommend that you follow me on Instagram if you are interested in any of that sort of stuff. If you need any sizing help, message me on Instagram or comment below and I will get back to you. And if you ever shop with my code, whether that's on a launch, between launches, on a random Wednesday afternoon at 3:14 p.m, message me on Instagram so I can say thank you. I always say that like on launches I spend hours and hours going through DMs and thanking people, which I do, but that doesn't mean that I ignore people. If they use my code like mid-month, I'm just like, oh, well, it wasn't on a launch day, so I don't care. I still reply, and if you need any help, just DM me. Any questions about any of the items, leave them down below. And again, I'm really sorry that I couldn't do the video in time for the birthday launch. It really was out of my control. You guys know, like I've had packages come the day before launches before, and I've still got a video up. Trust me, I would have done it, but it just wasn't possible. So I hope you all had a nice shop and got everything you wanted, and like I say, I really appreciate that people still use my code even though I couldn't do any content. Like, I literally couldn't even help you guys out and you still supported me on the launch, so I do really appreciate it. And again, I'm really sorry. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, but yeah, I feel like you guys know I always try my best to get a video up. If I can do it, I will do it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, message me on Instagram, comment down below any questions, and I will let you know when the new items are dropping. I'm gonna go because my voice is going. Goodbye.
He's a mole man. I'm a mole man.
Never a character I thought I would see adapted in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Because I remember reading him in the most obscure comic books. You know, whenever I was growing up, I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
What he says at the bottom is very interesting, because he basically gave it 3 out of 5 stars only because they cut his scenes.
Oh. Thank you. Sorry, just on that. I wasn't on Discord.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, I will say I do. I wish some of them was more stuff in there, because I think, especially his stuff in the third act, I think
would have hit better if we got to see him more in the first act or even the second act, just to kind of build it. Not too much more, right? Because you always need not to start, but like a little bit more to create that narrative and that beat.
I'm a mole man.
Sorry, Reed and Mole Man, and then Sue's dynamic with the Noctis, I think, is one of my favorite aspects of the movie. I thought that was so wholesome and nice that we don't get to see it, so that scene doesn't hit as hard as it needs to. But
I kind of wish we would have gotten, John Malkovich's character actually in this movie. And just he does not have luck when it comes to Marvel movies because he's now been twice unsuccessful.
That's true.
He was originally going to be Sam Raimi's Vulture, that didn't work, and then he did scenes for this, and then he was cut.
Like, I kind of want to speak of Sam Raimi.
Malkovich. How many fucking Malkovichs are there, motherfucking Malkovich?
He was supposed to be Mysterio. They were hinting at it strongly that he was Mysterio, and we never actually got to see him turn into Mysterio. Okay. That's really funny. He's the guy that always appears in his movies. Like, first one, he was the announcer for the cage fight. The second one, he was the one that stopped Peter from going into the theater when Peter was late. And the third one, he was something else. But then he went into Doctor Strange, and he was a hot dog vendor. That thin guy.
So here are the choices for the poll. These are taken from.
Hello, welcome back to another video. I feel like I've not posted like just a normal workout on my channel in ages. Like, I think the last one I posted was when the gyms were still open in the UK. That was like months and months ago. So today's video is going to be a quad and glute focused lower body workout. If you've got dumbbells, use those as a substitute. Wherever I've used a bar, wherever I've used a weight, use what you've got available to you. And if you have no weights at all, make yourself a weight. Make yourself a weighted bag. Grab a bag, put some heavy-ish objects in it. Yeah, you absolutely do not need to have the barbell or anything to do this workout, but yeah, it's very home friendly and also very gym friendly. You will just need to adapt certain things to suit you, and the fact that I do have such decent weight but minimal equipment from home means that this is a very minimal equipment workout. So if you are just getting back into the gym or just getting into the gym in the first place, if you're lucky enough to be training somewhere where the gyms are open, or if you're from the UK and you're waiting for the gyms to reopen and you're looking to get into training, it's also a really good workout for like gym anxiety, because you're not going to have to do loads of moving around. It's literally very, very minimal equipment. There's no machines. You don't have to stress about working out how to use this, that and that. So yeah, it's very, very friendly as a workout. Love that the kids next door are shouting at each other. That's really, really helpful, guys. Thanks for that. First off, I want to put this clip in right at the start of the video so that you are all aware of what is going on in the month of March, because I know that people tend to like start a video and then they'll skip it to when the actual workout starts. I get it. I do it myself. But yeah, I did this in November, I believe, or October. Actually, no, it was October, for Alzheimer's Society, where basically I donated all of the AdSense to charity, and I'm doing that again for the month of March, which means that any video that I upload this month, every single penny of the AdSense on that video is going to be donated to charity. Ironically, I can't actually name the specific charity in this video because I think it will get demonetized, but I will leave it linked in the description box. I don't know if that's going to get the video demonetized. I just know there's certain words that YouTube just don't like and they will demonetize the video, so I'm treading on eggshells here. But yeah, I decided on International Women's Day to put up an Instagram story to just let everyone know that I had decided that I wanted to donate all my March AdSense to this charity. They do really, really important work, and considering the events that have gone on over the past few days, it feels even more important to do this now and basically just raise some money for a charity which does a lot for women and focuses on really supporting women that have had acts of violence committed against them. And yeah, it's just something that I think is really, really important to raise awareness about, to be educated on, and just a very, very worthy cause to donate some money to. So yeah, if you are watching this video, please don't skip the ads. I skip the ads on videos I watch. I'm not berating anyone for doing it, but please watch the ads if you do get them all the way through. Or if there's any of my content that you think you would like a refresher on, I've got my glute series, I've got all my ALPHALETE hauls, all of that is pretty monetized. So yeah, if you would like to go and watch any of those videos, that would be very, very helpful this month, because that AdSense will still go towards this month even though the video wasn't uploaded in this month. My what I eat in a day have a very, very high CPM, I think it's called, so please go and watch those as well. But as always with my workouts that I post on YouTube, I'm going to insert the clips and then a voiceover over the rest of it, which will just go through the form tips that I think are really, really important, some little pointers on getting more glute activation, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, a quad and glute focused workout. One thing I just want to mention very, very quickly, not that it really matters, but I do like to film some of my workouts real time sort of thing, my actual sessions, the actual way I use, because I know from feedback I've been given on Instagram and YouTube that people find it more motivational to watch and they prefer watching those videos over the ones where it's me using like much lighter weights and doing demos and stuff like that. So I just want to note very quickly, this was my actual training session, but for the squats and lunges I had to just do those as demo clips because I'm training from home and the squat rack that I have at home is actually in the extension, which is what we got built for my gran basically, and there's not a lot of room in there. So I was trying to prop the camera up, but I'm not gonna lie guys, we were getting some seriously dodgy angles. It was way too close up and you just couldn't see what I was doing, and it was poor quality clips. So I decided just to scrap that, get on with my workout, complete it, and then at the end come back and film the squats and the lunges so that you guys can see the form in all its glory and I can give you the tips. Got my laptop and I'm just going to voice over it. Enjoy. Okay, so starting off the workout with a compound move, I've gone with barbell back squats here. Absolutely love them. Stance wise, you are going to want your feet to be just past shoulder width apart. At the top of the movement, make sure you're not sticking your bum out loads. You want to make sure that it's one clean movement, and when you break into the squat, you're breaking at the hips and the knees simultaneously. Then you want to drive the weight upwards. I'm doing these with a slower tempo here and really focusing on the eccentric part of the movement. So moving on to banded barbell hip thrusts, and I'm doing these in 1 1/4 reps, which basically means one full rep, you come down a quarter of the way, go back up, and that is 1 rep complete. So it's 1 1/4 within 1 rep. I'm sure you all understand that. With the band, it's just above my knees, and something I really want to focus on here, as well as just giving you general tips for hip thrusts, is briefly touch on when you are using bands in your workouts. There's nothing wrong with using a resistance band in your workout. For most of them, if you're doing a lower body workout with a hip circle, that's what I'm talking about here really, the shorter resistance bands, you're going to want to put it just above your knees. So the first issue that I see happening quite a lot is that people let the band make their knees cave inwards. Your knees need to be facing forwards and not like buckling inwards. The point of a resistance band is to add extra resistance to a move. Now if you are letting that band's resistance push your knees inwards, it's pretty redundant and actually your form is going to suffer in that way. So in that kind of a case, you would be better either just completely omitting the band or going for a lighter resistance band that you can actually maintain the resistance out against the band, and basically just make sure that it's not making your knees cave inwards. If your knees are caving inwards, just get rid of the band. It will be much more beneficial to you to just do it without the band. Second thing I always see with hip thrusts when it comes to adding a band in is the band preventing people from getting a full range of motion, because it does add that extra little bit of resistance. If it's too heavy of a band or you are just struggling with the movement in general, what's going to happen is you'll get to the top of the movement and you'll notice that your reps are stopping shy of a full look out at the top. Again, in this scenario, the best thing to do is to either opt for a lighter resistance band, say you've got a medium one, go with with a light one if you still want to use it, or again, omit the band completely. Bands are great, there's nothing wrong with bands. I love adding in a band to a movement just to make it a little bit more difficult, but they're not 100% necessary. And if you find that your form actually starts slipping when you start introducing bands, I would recommend that you just either go for a lighter band or scrap the band completely. Then just to go into the general tips for a hip thrust, so in terms of the bench setup, the step setup, whatever it is that you are using to hinge off of, you're going to want it to be hitting around where the bottom of your bra strap would hit. If you're wearing a sports bra, that's a really good way to gauge this. And basically you want the main motion to be coming from the sternum downwards. Foot stance, you're going to want your feet to be just past shoulder width apart, and basically so that when you are at hip extension, when you are at the top of the movement, you're making a 90-degree angle with your shins. If it's over 90 degrees, you're going to find that you are recruiting a lot more of your hamstrings, and if it's under, you'll get a bit more quad engagement. So the perfect stance to get the most glute engagement is to have it at that 90-degree angle. So always check that when you are setting them up. You can do a couple of reps bodyweight only, just to make sure that you have got the stance correct. Chin needs to stay tucked throughout, and basically you want to imagine it's kind of like, Chrissy Chella describes it like this, and it's a really good way of describing it, which is just to think of it as a scooping motion and to think of your pelvis as like a little ice cream scooper. So at the bottom of the movement, and I would never really recommend a duck ass in any kind of movement at all, but basically you want to be moving from an anterior pelvic tilt at the bottom to a posterior pelvic tilt at the top, so like an ice cream scoop with your pelvis and your hips. I hope that helps. I've gone a little bit more in depth with bands and the hip thrust form there, so yeah, let me know if you find those tips useful. I'm going to get back into the workout now, I promise. Running a barbell, first one is you want your knee to stay in line with your foot, and what I mean by this is it's not wibbling, it's not wobbling all over the place basically, it's not caving inwards, it's not going outwards, you can make some knee issues, so make sure that you are nice and stable in the knee, bringing that working leg backwards and behind you, and depending on what you're wanting to engage, you're either going to want to push through your heel, or you're going to want to push through the ball of your foot at the front. If you want more glute engagement, you want to be pushing through the heel of your foot, and if you want more quad engagement, you are going to want to be pushing more through the ball of your foot, the front area. What's also going to make a difference with your reverse lunges in terms of what you're recruiting more of is how wide of a stride you take backwards. The wider the stride you take backwards, the more engagement you are going to get, and the narrower stride you take backwards, the more quad engagement you'll get. It's a quad and glute workout, it's up to you which kind of stance you want to take on that, but yeah, they're just some little tips when it comes to lunges. Moving on to the hardest exercise that you can do, which is a arms leg extension. To really brace your core and really engage your glutes to hold your hips and your upper basically in a streamlined and straight up position. And from that point, what you want to do is you want to lean back as far as you can, and then push yourself upwards using your quads. What you don't want to do is come back into it and almost squat down and bend at the hips into the movement. You want to keep your torso nice and straight and basically come from here and back into it as much as you can before your hips start to break. When your hips start to break, that's when you want to push yourself back up using, this is such a difficult bodyweight only exercise for your quads, and if you've not tried it, you absolutely, because it's just, it's so difficult. Whenever I'm in P1s, when I'm coaching them, everyone underestimates this. They're like, how hard can it be? So yeah, definitely give that a go if you are struggling for home workout inspo when it comes to your quads, or even if you're in the gym and you want to give yourself a challenge and switch it up from like using the tension machine. Honestly, such a challenging move, but so rewarding when you eventually nail it. Moving on to foot pumps, so frog stance with your feet, keeping your legs open and basically facing each other, basically driving up. And then basically the form tips are pretty much just what I would give for a glute bridge. There are some slight differences, so like I said with the stance front, and also what I like to do when I'm doing frog pumps is try and keep my chin forward and keep my chin tucked, just because I find that actually I get more glute engagement when I do it that way, and something that can be very helpful with helping with this, rather than just relying on your neck helping to keep your chin tucked forwards, is actually using something like a bow ball. Is that what I use just because I've been on so long? A Bosu ball or a pillow, or basically just sitting, prop your head up to keep that chin gazing forwards. I do find that I get more engaged when I do frog pump synchronizing exercise. Some people really feel them, some people don't at all. I didn't used to feel them at all until I realised that I needed to actually try keeping my chin tucked and keeping that gaze forwards. That was a game changer for me, and now they're one of my favourite glute exercises. This is a supersetted with lateral band walks. So like I spoke about with the hip thrust, it's really, really important when you're doing this kind of banded work that you're not letting the band hit your knees cave inwards. As soon as that happens, you're giving in against the resistance of the band and it's being made redundant. So you need to make sure that your shins are staying vertical and that you are keeping pushing out against the band throughout. It's not letting your knees cave inwards. For me personally, I just like to do 2 steps either way, but everyone's different. I know that some people like to do it across the whole room. There's no real reason behind me doing it each way. It's just to do with 1, the size of my living room, 2, it just seems to be the way that I like to do it. I find if I do the whole length of a room, I'm actually just exhausted to do the other side sort of thing. So yeah, that I do with my room, mostly 2 one way, 2 other. So yeah, that is the full workout. One thing you will always notice with my workouts, I don't have like 8, 9, 10 exercises in a session. Also, when you add loads and loads and loads of moves into your sessions, being in the gym for hours on end doing them, is the quality of your sessions is going to decrease. Always pick quality over quantity. If you are doing such lengthy sessions with lots and lots of exercises, there is no way that you are going to be able to perform to the best of your ability on those exercises, because your body will just be absolutely knackered. It's to down how exercise you're doing in a session and actually focus on giving those moves your all and working really, really hard and productively, rather than throwing a load of exercises into one workout and just batter essentially. If you are someone who really does a lot of exercises in the gym, who has very, very lengthy sessions, and you find yourself struggling to progress, I would definitely recommend just picking up a look at your training, tapering things down, and just bring it down a notch, knock up exercises off and just focus on getting really, really good quality sets in rather than quantity. But yeah, that's the full workout. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you wanna and you haven't already. Any questions, leave them down below and I will get back to you. Follow me on Instagram because I'm super, super active. I think as hell on my story every single day on that app. So actually, like, don't follow me, but if you do follow me, then go for it. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that video here. Let me know what other videos you want to see. Yeah, goodbye.
We need a hero.
Welcome back to another video. If the lighting in
We need a hero.
apologies straight away.
I need some balls of a seed, cause I need a hero. I need a man with some balls. It's kind of funny because Jericho's coming back to WWE. It's like, man, you so old. It's like you have some decent matches in AEW. I'm like in New Japan or what. I don't know you. It's like I don't know who you gonna fight with. You could say you could do something with Jericho, but I'm like, does anyone want Jericho to come back to WWE? Does Jericho want him? I mean, does the fan want Jericho? Do they really care about Jericho? Do we need Jericho? I don't know. Like, I'm just wondering. I'm not saying I hate Chris Jericho's like. So Ruby Solo. I wanna when Ruby Solo gonna come back to AEW.
savoury and one that's like straight down the middle. Like, you can take it either way depending on your preferences. But I actually realised when I got onto looking at the 4th thing that I only had 1 egg left, and I needed an egg for the other recipe, so I just had to completely pack that, and we've gone with 4. Well, I just thought this would be a nice way to do a bit of food video, but without me doing a what I eat in a day. So yeah, I'm going to put in all the clips of the breakfast ideas, and I will just show you any like tips on making it. It's all very, 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 very easy things to make. I am not someone who likes to faff around with really fancy recipes. If you like doing that, good for you. Honestly, good on you. But it's not the life for me. These are all very, very quick breakfast to make. Every single one of these will not take you 10 minutes. They're very, very easy, very quick to make. Some of them you can even do for like the night before if you've got to be up and off. You can make some of these the night before so that they are ready for you to go. And they're all high protein because I know from myself and working with clients, when you're trying to hit a protein goal, it's always a good idea to get yourself off on like a good foot in the morning. A decent amount of protein just to put you in a good position to reach whatever your protein target is for the day. Makes it a lot easier, and if you are working a little bit like a long shift and you won't get to eat for a bit of time, protein is specific but satiating, so that will help that as well. So yeah, so the first one is a smoothie bowl. So you are going to need some frozen fruit, some milk. I've got chocolate milk here just because that's how I like to make my smoothie bowls at the moment, and some toppings. I've gone for strawberries and some granola from Morrison's. So you're going to put the fruit in the blender, obviously, and you are going to pop some liquid in there. I also added protein butter in this, which I forgot to include in that first clip, but if you're interested, I use the Protein Works birthday flavour. Now when you are it takes a few goes. Like, as you can see, I'm having to take the lid off, stir it around, add more liquid in, and that's just because you want it to be a nice thick consistency, so you don't just want to add loads of liquid in straight off the bat. Yeah, you then just put that in a bowl and add the toppings of your choice onto the top of it, and it's really, really good. Like I said, I would recommend limiting how much liquid you put in it. A nice thick smoothie bowl consistency. Moving on to some protein pancakes. This is the recipe where it could go either way. You could either go down the savoury route or down the sweet route. I went the sweet route, my personal preference for pancakes. So recipe wise for these, super simple, 3 ingredients only for the actual mix. I like to use 40 grams of plain flour and 30 grams of whatever protein powder I'm using, and this is just the Crucicella vegan protein powder. Then you're going to want to add the milk in and basically just keep adding in until it's the consistency you want it to be. The thinner the consistency, the more crepe-like pancakes you're going to get. The thicker the consistency, the more American-style kind of pancakes. And I would note as well that when you are using a vegan protein powder, if you're making a switch from a whey protein powder to a vegan protein powder, something you will notice when you're making things like this, you'll need a more liquid. This seems to be across vegan protein powders. I don't know why, but they just need more to actually take like a runny form and mix better, if that makes sense. So you probably will need to use more milk or more water. I mean, I would personally use milk with these, but you can use water if you wish to. Yeah, you're just going to set that until it's the consistency you want. Heat a pan over a medium to high heat. I'm using oil here, but if you're wanting, you know, a lower calorie breakfast, you can just use like fry light, anything like that. And then yeah, 1 to 2 minutes each side, and then pop them in a bowl. Whatever you want to put on top. Like I said, I've gone down the sweet route, so I'm using blueberries, some raspberries, and I'm putting some syrup on top because that is my favourite like liquid to put on pancakes, and these are so quick to make and so tasty. Super. And then moving on to a savoury, and we've got a breakfast wrap. I'm absolutely obsessed with making these. I'm using an egg, some bacon, some avocado, but you can fill it however you wish. So I'm just frying an egg and 2 pieces of bacon. You want to cut the wrap, slice it from like the midpoint downwards, just 1 slice. I'm mashing the avocado on 1/4, putting some bacon in the other quarter, just making sure that it fills the wrap nicely. On, love, yes, perfect. And then I'm just putting the egg in the corner, and then you basically just fold that bitch up and make it into a little, I don't even know what you call it, wrap quesadilla thing. I've kept this thing because it's quite funny. I was trying to show it and I wanted to basically pop the egg and have all that ooze out the top, but as you will see, it came out the bottom. And it took me a while to work out where the yolk had gone. But then I realised what had happened. That has recently been my like go-to. It's so easy. It's so easy. It literally takes like 5 minutes. It's so easy and it's so tasty. And yeah, just like the bacon and the avocado and the egg. It's even better if you use smoked bacon because I just feel like it adds a little bit more spice. It's just absolutely delicious. So I definitely recommend if you're in a rush and you like those sort of things, go for it. Obviously you can also like grill it after you've done that, make it like warm. I like warm avocado, so what catch me doing that. You have cheese in it. There's so many ideas. You don't just have to use the ingredients in there. I've seen people do little dainties with cheese, beans, all that sort of stuff. You can really get adventurous with that one. That's my favourite way to do it, and it's so quick and easy. Moving on with breakfast, it's another sweet option, and it's a yogurt bowl. This is so easy to make, so easy. It's up to you where you want it, and like flavour wise, it depends on what you put in it. So I'm in the lactose free because I'm intolerant, Morrison's yogurt, which is absolutely fantastic by the way, my protein banana drops, I'll use a couple drops of these. Just an FYI, if you ever buy the my protein flavour drops, don't put like a whole pipette in. They are very potent and very strong. Just 3 drops literally goes to like 160 grams of yogurt. Like, it makes the whole thing taste banana. Like, they're very potent. Just a little FYI. And then I'm adding in some peanut butter, some healthy fats, and a little bit more protein, and mixing that in as well. And then I'm adding in some fruit. So I went with not strawberries. I went with raspberries, blueberries, and mango. And yeah, this is probably not the most aesthetic looking of them all, but it's just so good and very much like you can make this in like under 5 minutes. It's so quick and so easy. So yeah, those are just 4 super quick, super easy, super realistic, to be honest. There's not much faffing around, there's not much like bougie, hard to find ingredients. You can find this in your Morrison's. You'll be absolutely fine. Breakfast ideas for you to try. If you try any of them that I've included, then let me know your thoughts. Obviously, like the flavours and stuff, you can pretty much work that around you, especially with pancakes. It's going to depend what protein powder you use. With the smoothie bowl, it's going to depend what kind of milk you use, what kind of fruit you use, what kind of toppings you use. With your bowl, same kind of wrap. It's going to depend what you put in it. You can pretty much customise these to suit you. But I hope they give you like a good little base to go off of. Just a little reminder that food doesn't be complicated, you know. I feel like when there's a lot of recipe ideas and what I eat in a day, and people are spending like a lot of time making this food, and it's really like creative, it's different, and it's very intricate. It can be easy, and I think this sometimes as well, to think that that's what we all should be doing, and we all need to make time, make like extravagant meals. But sometimes just taking things back to basics and just keeping things really simple is the best way to go about it. You don't want to overcomplicate things, and especially if you're in a rush, the last thing you want is to be like slave over a hot stove trying to make like a 40-minute long breakfast casserole kind of dish on a morning. So yeah, these will all take you under 10 minutes. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't already, then subscribe, follow me on Instagram, super active on there. And yeah, any video requests or anything you would particularly like to see, let a girl know. Goodbye.
Oh, Dr. Wiley.
Franchise, I guess you could say. I love Mega Man. I wish they did more with that character. I know it's
Glue activation is not necessary. And Instagram.
Saturday morning. Yeah. And Mega Man in it, which I really love. I see some thumbs up in the chat because people recognize game recognize game. I get it. So like, I picked Dr. Wiley. Y'all were like, yes, that's the best one ever. I think that might be the best choice so far in this entire list is Dr. Wiley. That's because it's my choice. I'm going to pick Sigma, but I get it. Sigma's good too. I still think Dr. Wiley's got a little riz. What is your next choice, Jared?
My next choice, honestly, I thought maybe someone would have taken it at this point, so I'm very happy no one did. Again, I finished playing the game very few times, so I'm going to be dipping into my ones I've actually completed. This is a
God, I don't feel good.
game. And this spot is one of my favorite adaptations of that character, and forever going forward, this will be
gassy. I got gas, dude.
Yeah. That is Dr. Octopus in the first Spider-Man game.
Such a well fleshed out character.
And that's why I was being nice, because I knew you were going to pick it. I left that out purposely, and you took Browser for me.
Oh, the writing of that fight, man, just when you see them punching each other on the side.
Yeah. Oh my God. So good. The chat is feeling that there, and I have to say, I'll put coming out on that one.
I am such a sucker from friendship to enemy dynamics. I love the, like, you have to just go into work and work for him, and the slow burn of, like, he's acting a little funny, oh no, like, the Osmo stuff is coming in, the slowness of, like, I hate you, Parker, and, like, what they do with Aunt May at the end, it's, like, probably one of my favorite, like, comic book media moments of all time.
Just that bit at the end where he screams, "You were everything I wanted to be!"
It's so good.
So good. All right, so looks like the chat's still on your side, Darren. What we're doing here. Now, 3W, you were in murky waters with a couple people. So, what is your next choice?
My number 2 is also a comic book movie, comic book game. It's very dark, I would say.
Okay.
I like this adaptation of this character
that we haven't really seen this in live action, but we had it in titles, sort of, and that is Arkham Knight. We had like yeah, we had a variation of that story, but this one was really done and I liked it.
Okay. Count that as a boss, yeah. Yeah.
He was technically like an antagonist.
I mean, I would say that's yeah. I mean, well, sometimes games don't have a clear, like, defined structure or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's not about the structure. It's just the encounter with him is not really a boss fight. It's more of like a side quest. No, it's more of just a basic predator. Yeah. Well, but the chat is giving him thumbs up. I guess you don't give him thumbs up and a thumbs down. Yeah, I mean, I get it. The chat gets to call us out. So, chat, let us know what you think of 3Dub's choice. Whatever you think of that. So, Ronan, what is your next one? What is your next choice?
So, it's not an obscure one, but I'm going to go for SAX for Metroid Fusion. Now, people are like, who the fuck is that? I love Metroid. The premise of Metroid Fusion is that Samus, I think it was after Super Metroid, is battle, like, including her suit. And what happens is that in Fusion, a parasite takes a hold of her old damaged suit and becomes like a walking suit, terrorizing this whole station. She gets a new suit, and it's almost like genre coverage the thing where she has to survive duking it out with someone who is in her own suit and just as capable as her, and it's just amazing. And it's mixed in with, like, at one point you get really more where the super excited like the thing, and it's an amazing.
Before I even start, I just have to show you this TikTok.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better. I'm trying to get rid of
Its face is so swollen, it ate a bee. Anyway, hello. So today I'm literally just filming a sat down chatty video whilst I do my makeup, because I did my makeup on Instagram the other day. Well, I didn't do it on Instagram, but I posted some stories and I got quite a lot of questions about my skin, and I have changed how I do it. Yeah, I'm just going to answer some questions from Instagram and sit and do my makeup for a nice little chatty video, because let's be honest, I've not really been uploading very consistently for a little while now. I'll probably talk about that first actually, but this is the first thing I'm using, which I got because Molly May used it and then Rachel Leary used it, and it just looked really good under people's makeup, so I thought I was going to try it out. Pre-warning, it does absolutely stink, and if your face is like irritated by fragrance at all, don't even bother. This is going to cause an issue. Like, it's very strong scent. It smells like a lavender bush basically, but I don't have an issue with that, so I'm just going to use it. And it's for like very dry skin. I don't have that, but I do like being super near with my skin. So I did actually post on my YouTube about why I've not been posting as consistently. I'm really busy with like uni and work and all that sort of stuff, and just actually like maintaining a life and maintaining some form of sanity. I have to be honest, the reason why I have been posting as consistently is just because of the comments I've been getting recently. Like, I don't make content for men. If men want to watch my content, absolutely fine, I'm not gonna discriminate, but my content is not meant for men. And when I first started YouTube, I went down the wrong road with it, and I was just thinking I knew to get clicks, and it attracted the wrong audience. This is going back nearly 2 years, I've been posting on nearly 2 years, and it was just attracting the wrong audience. So I very quickly decided, after looking at like gender split who's watching videos, to calm it down with some of the videos I was doing, do less hauls, and specifically do less gymwear hauls, less activewear reviews, which girls enjoy, but like it does attract a male audience, because obviously it's very tight clothing, and some people online are just a little bit strange. So I made a conscious effort to do less of those videos, and like I really managed to turn my like demographic and audience around to the point where it is mainly women watching my videos now. And like when I do my ALPHALETE videos, normally I actually get barely any creepy comments anymore. I don't really get any. It's literally just girls asking me for sizing advice or saying they enjoyed the video, the content useful. Workouts, I do get the odd creepy, I wasn't getting many. It was mainly just women asking me questions, and like that's what I love doing. Like, that's who I want my content to be consumed by. But like I'd say the past month and a half, I don't know what's happened, but I've just been getting loads of really creepy comments. So yeah, I think it stemmed from like the last ALPHALETE haul I did, and I just got a lot of like really creepy comments on that video. Since then, I've just been getting like an intense influx of really weird comments from men. I've been really lucky, like I said in my post, that I've not really got much hate whilst I've been doing this. I've not really filled like people being super nasty. I've got a comment where I'm like, oh god, that's quite mean, but I've not really had like an influx like this in like my entire 2 years. Like, literally every morning I'm waking up, I'm going on YouTube Studio to like check comments and stuff, and it literally is littered with like either really weird graphic comments about my body on my hauls, even like hauls that I've done, like people have gone back like a year and a half to old hauls, comments on those, but I still get the notifications for it. And then any like educational, just sit down chatty content that I've been doing, and then getting like really degrading on that, again I think from men being like basically talking take clothes, that sort of thing. Like it just really taken the fun out of uploading for me. Like, I'm just not enjoying having those comments, and I know that the vast majority of people that consistently watch my content are women, or even if they are men, like they make those kind of weird comments, and I know the majority of you are women and like appreciate the content I do. You appreciate the ALPHALETE hauls, you appreciate honesty, you appreciate the educational content I put out, you appreciate what I'm trying to do, sort of thing. But for me personally, it's just been easier to just take a step back from posting so frequently rather than try to back on it. But like I said, from now on I'm going to try more content and grow my comments, because with YouTube they do restrict certain comments straight away, but a lot of them seem to get through the filters, so I'm going to have to sit down and think about like the most common kind of like words and stuff, and basically just put them into YouTube so that basic comments with those words will just be automatically blocked. And I won't have to deal with them anymore, because that would be fun, because it's really taken the fun out of it. Like, I like going through my comments and responding to people. I've been avoiding my comments like the plague. I haven't been responding to comments because I don't want to sit and read through them. Get the good ones, I've got to read through like 3-4 creepy, weird comments, and I just haven't wanted to do it. So yeah, that's why I've not been posting, and I'm shut up about that now, because that's boring. Let me answer a question. Oh, someone's asked me if I wish I would take off all the implants when I had surgery. A lot of people say, and I was doing that research before I had my boobs done for like nearly 2 years now. Nearly 2 years? Over 2 years I think. Yeah, a lot of people say like, oh, you'll get boob greed, like go for the biggest size. I think my surgeon recommended anywhere between 310 to 325 cc's. We decided to go with 325 in the end. I'd go like bigger size, but I definitely wouldn't have liked them bigger. I think they're like perfect size and they really suit my frame. I think when it comes to the time they need replacing, because implants are lifetime devices, get a slightly smaller implant. I just think as I get older I will probably want to be able to cover my chest a little more. Yeah, I feel like I'll maybe like a little bit more like a low-key kind of look when I'm a bit older, but for now I'm very happy with my implant size. Ooh. What do you even think about you wanting to do work to your nose? Here's the idea of it. I've also got other questions just about surgery in general. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I think quite a lot of you do. If you don't, then I've been posting, not a lot, but like I've just more open over the past few months about any other surgeries that I might want to have done. I had an entire video about how I felt after I'd had boobs for a little while, and I said I'd never get anything else done. I know it doesn't change anything. I still stand by that. I know when you get surgery, it's very much like putting a plaster over a broken bone. Like, you're not actually fixing the root of the issue, you're just kind of putting a plaster over it to try and make yourself feel better. As much as I know that there are still things that I would want to get done, and the more about why more openly recently has been my nose, which is asking my boyfriend's opinion on it and why I'm getting just about surgery. But just for context, my boyfriend absolutely hates the idea of it, really does put me to change my face, which is nice. Sometimes it's nice to have people that are just like, you really don't need this done, rather than just having people around you that just say yes. It can make you think a little bit more about what you're actually doing, rather than just going straight to something because everyone around you is just saying, yeah, do what you want, do what you want. And my family are very much like not pro-surgery. I'm not pro-surgery, I'm just pro do what makes you happy with all of the information available to you. I know quite a few people who have had nose done. A lot of people that get their nose done, it's not just one nose job, they will have to have more one. And it's also a very unpredictable surgery from what I've seen. I've seen some very reputable surgeons who get like amazing results completely botch someone's nose. That's terrifying. Because like how you meant to know who to go to, it's not like you can just like, oh, just go to like a really like reputable thing. Like, it doesn't always go to plan. It seems to be like a very unpredictable surgery, and am I willing to completely ruin my face? 2 cheers, just something about it. I'm not 100% sure. I need to go down and do my beauty blender. You blender. 1 second. By the way, just before I blend my lips, so you don't listen. Foundation, keep pat my graphic, and like that direct sunlight, I'm right in front of my window. And that's how it looks on my skin. Oh, I've got it coming up there by the looks of it, actually. Yeah, that's how it looks on my skin. What I would like to do, being clear, is have conditions. You know, get some professional opinions on realistically what can be done, be able to actually like sit on and think about that for like a year, if not more. The thing is, like, with my boobs, I wouldn't say I went in, like, really quickly. I thought about it for a very long time, and I went to a very good surgeon, and I'm very happy with how everything worked out. But with my boobs, I didn't have the same concerns as I did with my nose, because at the end of the day, if my boobs are really wrong, I can cover up my chest. I can't cover up the centre of my face. Like, and it's a very intense surgery as well. It's not, I'm not saying that like a boob job is something to be taken lightly, because it's really not. There's always risks with surgery, but a nose job is very intense. Yeah, and I know that I'm probably going to get comments because I get DMs on Instagram. I've spoken about it on there, but like I said, from people saying like, what's wrong with your nose? Like, people don't see an issue with it, which is obviously lovely. I'm glad that no one sees an issue with my nose. I'd be a bit pissed off if people are like, oh, your nose is absolutely fucked. What is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with your nose. Nothing wrong with my nose. I'm just insecure about it. I've had comments from friends, never be a bleed guy. I'm not going to be like, I was a bleed guy. People make comments, don't they? I always take that off my mouth. I would be a massive liar to sit here and be like, that had absolutely no bearing. Absolutely zero bearing on me going through with my job. It was something that I wanted for myself, but when I wanted it for myself, people had never made me feel like I needed bigger boobs. Probably not. You all have the same nose for my face. You know, you're on TikTok, you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you're watching films. Everyone's got certain features to their nose, and if you don't have those, it does make you feel a bit. Well, for me personally, it makes me feel a bit shit. I did a shoot a couple of months ago, and I was really looking forward to being able to use some like content and stuff like that, and be like, oh my god, like how cool is proper like professional like day job. I didn't end up posting any of it. I saw the pictures and I literally cried, and it was because of my nose. So yeah, I'm not gonna like hear how you I don't like comments. I don't want someone to watch this and think, oh, I got that well. Do I need to know that? I think I'm really that influential, but I'm just aware of what I'm saying, so I'm not gonna, you know, discuss my personal issues with my nose. It's not the right thing to do, but yeah. Someone has asked me, how much do you make from being a PT in brackets? How many classes are you taking on? And I'm not gonna disclose that information. It's not that I don't want to discuss money. I love Patricia Bright's content, and I love the fact that she's just so unapologetic in talking about how much she earns. I feel like I'm just not at that point yet. I feel like I'm still feeling quite uncomfortable about it. I feel because I feel like men are just not brought up in the way to feel like awkward about talking about like their successes and like money and stuff like that, but women kind of are, and I do just feel a bit like coy about it. From that, if I'm being completely honest, you won't be able to work out how much I actually earn anyway, because I have other streams of income. We'd be able to take a good gauge, like on average, so I'm just not doing that. However, someone else has just asked me, do you earn 10k a month? Don't earn 10k a month. There was one month where it was like very close to that amount, but that was actually a month. It was like that was just a very good month financially. Yeah, I don't earn 10k a month. That would be a lot of money and a lot of people to deal with. Your favourite athletes who are also as real honest as you. I don't actually speak to that many. Like, I'm being completely honest, like, I'm like really like not a big deal. Like, I have a very small page. I'm like a little fetus in the fitness world in particular, and like influencer world in general. Jesus Christ, I'm literally like a mere like dust. Like, do I even exist? I don't know. So to be honest, I don't really know many of them personally or speak to them, just because they probably don't know that I exist. That's me being completely honest. I have spoken to Fiona Simpson. She is absolutely lovely, and I also really like what she's trying to do with content at the moment. She has her own personal struggles, and she's trying to help other people get through that as well, which I think is really play. I love to see it. But what I've just got is I feel like she's from Scotland, and Victoria. I absolutely love Victoria. I talk to Victoria a lot. I just can't wait down to be able to meet her. We're going to enjoy it again 100%, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. But we used to watch Dubai to make my own decisions. I always loved Gabby's haul. I feel like she's always very honest about the items. She's honest about what she does like, what she doesn't like. Don't know her personally, never spoken to her, but yeah, if you want someone else other than me who does a really good haul and is always super honest, highly recommend checking out Gabby's videos. Although to be honest, if you're buying from ALPHALETE, you definitely are not. She's like all over their website, all over their Instagram, and yeah, I feel like she's definitely one of like the most popular, trusted athletes. So not that she needs promo, let alone me, but yeah. Someone said, what's the most shocking story you've heard from the influencer world? Something that I do find really odd is engagement groups. Like, I understand why people do it, but like stuff like the like, some of them sound very intense. Like, I got so many stories about people how you did like wrong comment on someone's post, like you're only meant to comment, so like, you're not put like emojis or something. So people have been getting like at them and posting like the right thing. Those people saying being like kicked off, not commenting within like 5 minutes. Like, people have lives, guys. I know that most people in these groups are trying to make a living Instagram, but like the chances are if you're in, you're probably not making a living from it yet. So like, well, some slack, you know what I mean? I do think it's quite crazy. It's like a very intense environment, to be honest. And I know that people think it's just smaller influencers that do it, and it's not. Bigger influencers use engagement groups as well. Some of the money people can make for social media is if you've got a big following, like honestly, if you've got a big following, if you're smart on money, you could do like probably like 2-3 years worth of work on Instagram and then you started for life. Like, there's a lot of money. So I get why people want to grow following, but my personal opinion, it's the wrong way to go about it. Very, very obvious to brands, which is probably why people would be in there, because they want to make money from it. How do you make money from getting brand work? So yeah, it's very, very obvious to brands and it doesn't look good to them, but I'm not going to get into that because that's literally not the point of the question. But yeah, they sound a little scary to me. So gin or vodka? Great question. Gin, probably. I think gin. Although actually, I'm not sure. I've been getting on alright with vodka recently. Not been friends, but we've been on alright recently. I'm not sure about that. Ooh, someone said, how do you think you've changed since the start of lockdown? Well, I'm a lot busier now, that's for sure. I'm a lot busier now. The lighting is changing so much in my bedroom right now. Yeah, so I'm definitely a lot busier now. That's one that's definitely changed for me over the past year or so. Like I said, I've just mellowed out quite a bit in my opinion. I'm not, don't get me wrong, still got some pretty strong opinions, but like, I'm not. I feel like this time last year I was very, very much into the whole idea of like cancel culture, and that's something else that someone asked me about. I spoke about the last time I makeup and Thankyou also. I'm not gonna bring that one up again. I feel very strong, like, and use like, I just, like, that's how I've been brought up, but I was definitely just not, just honestly, the one word I could use to describe myself this time last year would be quite intolerant to people who didn't hold the same views as me, and I feel like other people are kind of just like grown up a bit. To be honest, I say brought opinionated and all that sort of stuff, but actually my dad is very much on like the left side of things, which I personally do as well. Not that doesn't offend anyone, but that's just personally where I sit. But like, it's always been someone where you don't follow something completely blindly and never question it or just see things in black and white as like, these people are good, these people are bad, sort of thing. And that's kind of what I was like this time last year, whether it's with politics or like just anything. I just have very, very strong opinions. And to be honest, I think probably being beer meant that I'm just not as like in the loop with all stuff anymore, which I don't suppose is actually a thing. To be honest, I'm trying to grow up a little bit. I've kind of been forced to grow up a little bit past year. A lot has happened. A lot of shit's going on. My hair's really greasy, by the way, which is why I look like a lion. I just want to wash it, mate. It's just been getting really quickly recently. I'm not huge for it. I'm not really enjoying the greasiness of experiencing. You gotta tell you what, literally cannot wait to look at my door. Not actually wait. What is the first thing that everyone's gonna do again? Not to say they'll be on for like food and drinks, because they have got outdoor space. I'm just not bothering to earn today. So, there's most places I want to go, so I've got somewhere to the 2 months, but I would be intrigued where I've gone for April. Probably no, it's going to flat unless you book 20 ounces every it's literally full. This is just really baby life. Some people don't like wearing leggings, but what happens with the discharge? And what would happen is it would just go on your leggings, so it would go on your knickers. It would just go on your leggings. Come on, and watch it. Someone said, I'm going to drop out of uni. The answer to that is too late. No. The latest are the 12th of May. I've got a couple on like the 12th of May. At that point, I'm done with uni, so why would I find out I've literally got a couple of months left? Do I really want to be there anymore? No. Don't really keep with the content on time? No. Will I do my science on time? Yes. I just want it over and done now. I'm not going to bust up anything not short. 2 months. What are we doing? March. Oh, we're nearly April. I've pretty much got a month left. Okay, I've got just under 2 months left. I really don't see a point in dropping out. Now, what would it be? I've actually done alright this year. Well, alright. I've still really well so far this year. Anyway, hoping to graduate with 2-1, or I won't actually be graduating properly because you have cancelled my graduation because Leeds Fest can be a thing, Part 5 can be a thing, graduation cannot be a thing this year apparently. Absolutely love that for me, so won't be ending up with graduation this year. Same going to do it next year. I've got a few and they're just going to turn around and be like, you know what guys, we've got too many of them that are in the backlog to graduate. Someone who's just take a paper, take a drink and get out. But yeah, I'm going to tell you mine very quickly because I need to just get on with my go to the dentist because I am finally in the process of sorting out my Invisalign, which is an Invisalign I'm actually using. It's not so direct, but it's Sure Smile. It's said to be better than Invisalign. If anyone wants to make a video on it, then I know, see what I can do. But yeah, I've got to get the frame that I can't away from my house. So yeah, that's makeup in the dark sunlight and in because I can't really see properly. Hope you video and
Good
bye.
job, Amy.
She
You
is
little hot ass, Amy.
very looking makes it even harder. And but people will get it, they play the game, but I wish stuff would have ended differently. And I could just play Johnny Cash guitar to the end if you had me. But yeah, she caused me a lot of pain, still does, here and there. And I want to make it clear that Laura Bailey and the new show have done and are doing phenomenal work. And I don't think that, and I don't put that on them too. I put them on my love, but goddamn. Yeah. I never met her. I want to meet her. And you were hugging like, hi Laura. Joy gave me so much cold. I don't think you should start with that. No, I'm sorry. Please, Professor Love.
Like really gone.
But I just say that she is unique. I'll give her that. Yeah. And all right. You know what, Ronan, I'm proud of you for that. that you kept your head on.
So Fetman's giving his list there. We did have a switch out.
Okay, let's go.
First, that is from Whittle. I got switch out. Thank you. Channel. That's 5 for me. Wrong. Ali Khan, Bison, Shao Kahn, and Virgil.
Shao Kahn!
Yeah, pretty good list.
Oh my god.
Pretty good list, Whittle. Thank you for the donation there. Alright, so let me give you guys a go ahead.
Also, shout out to Galactus from our Worst Tap Company. Really fun, but really aggravating.
So, this is the preview of a game that I'm going to do soon.
The Flash,
we will go through the list
of DC characters.
And each person will pick a hero, right?
Yeah, but all your heroes are DC characters.
And then I'll spin the wheel, and that will be the person that
get all DC characters.
And you have to argue how your hero would win against the person that makes off.
DC edition.
So, for example, if
Wally.
Wally Flash. So I'm gonna spin it. Hopefully, it doesn't land on Wally. I'm gonna spin it. Wally. Yeah.
Wally met Wally.
You're gonna spin it. You're gonna tell me if you think Wally is the character that's selected on the list. Oh, he can beat that one.
He can beat that one.
All right, Martian Manhunter. Can Wally West Flash beat Martian Manhunter?
No.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Everybody agree on that? You don't think Martian Manhunter will be able to beat Wally?
He's a speedster. I think he can beat almost anybody.
Wally is also the fastest speedster, so.
But not the most creative, just the fastest. Barry is still the best.
I mean, if it would have landed on the Spectre, we'd be having a different conversation.
Alright, I mean, he uses, like, lightning. He can create fire and mush his toast.
Oh, that's true. That is true, actually.
Are we also talking, like, Death Battle gear, like, Morals Are Dawn?
Yeah, these are, they're basically controlled to fight to the death. So.
I think Death Battle speaks easily anyway.
So now,
there's no Ben 10 who could also summon a speedster with his Omnitrix.
I've got nails. I can really do my foot. Hello, so welcome to another video. Today I am going to be showing you athletes which are going to be seen in May. I believe it's towards the beginning of May. Like I said last time, I had the Harmony collection, new colours for these videos. They're like an in-depth review, but like more of a sneak peek. We can't include like all the colourways, every single item that's launching because I just don't have that information right now. But I feel like everything on certain items out there earlier is probably more useful rather than doing it super close to the time. But before I show you things, I just want to address something really quickly, which is the comment on my last ALPHALETE haul, which were there was a lot of disgruntled people who weren't very happy about the shipping situation with ALPHALETE, and a lot of people complaining, and right so, like I completely agree that they've been waiting like months and months for packages. I do know that with ALPHALETE, with Black Friday, with the birthday sale, they did say to allow extra time, you know, when you've got people saying wait 3 months and they like packages, things like that. I completely understand why people get disgruntled with the situation when it comes to shipping. And for anyone watching this video, Canadian, I know those issues will have been sent out to ALPHALETE as well because of a border issue, I believe. So the Canadian issues are in the process of being addressed because they're putting up a warehouse, a distribution centre in Canada, so you're not going to have like import fee and all sorts of taxes and things you have to pay if you're in Canada ordering from somewhere outside of Canada, which is obviously brilliant. I know it's taken a while to do it, but things like this because I'm willing to do. And with shipping in general, I know that ALPHALETE has a statement regarding their US warehouse distribution centre and moving to somewhere bigger, and they're basically working on getting the back end of their business as fluent and as smooth as the front end of their business. Because yeah, I mean, I can't ignore the comments that were left on my last video, and a lot of people were saying, and again, right, so I completely understand that they felt like there wasn't really much honesty from athletes on these issues, and it's also been addressed by people in halls. Like, you know, if you're not warning people about these sort of issues, you kind of like a joint responsibility kind of thing. I get that, like, I understand that there is like a level of responsibility that I have. On the other hand, I just don't understand the back end fully because that's not my role. I'm very, very far removed from that. I'm not saying that I should any responsibility, and in speaking to you about the shipping and stuff, I got a certain level of responsibility that can be like transparent and open and honest with walls. So I still by myself. Whilst I had any of these issues, I 100% would be very disgruntled if I say them. So shipping issues seem to be getting out. Yeah, I'm really, really sorry if you have had an issue with ALPHALETE. Their shipping. I completely understand everyone's concerns and complaints, and that's why I just wanted to address it before I get into the video. So for the things that I bought, it just looks like it's going to be more lounge and bits rather than like gym wear. Even the Identity collection, the Elite collection, and the PM collection joggers that I have to show you. But we've got some joggers, we've got some jackets, we've got some tops, we've got some shorts, and I'm just going to get in and show you all. I'm going to go back a little because like that's easiest. I'm going to go over the Identity collection. Hello, it's Amy from the end of the video, so that's why. Just like know that if you don't already, I do have a spot copy that just Amy. I've got Eddie's in it. When shopping, message me on Instagram so I can say thank you, because I always thank you and I always want to see what everyone's got and have a little nose. Just like saying, I literally wouldn't be able to do videos or work with the brand if people didn't support me. Yeah, if you are shopping and you want to say, pop in at the checkout, and so I'm just going to go over the cargo jobs first. These have dropped before. I've not reviewed them on here before just because I got all messed up and it was just a big mess, to be honest. So cargo jobs, I have these in the colour pavement, which is basically a dark purple. have them in ivory colour, which is cream. They're showing up a bit lighter on camera actually than they are in person, and they're a little bit darker, and they are in ivory colour, so yeah, maybe cream. You know, because I did these, I'll just run you through the like features and stuff. So yeah, I've got a drawstring on the waistband. You just do it however you want it to fit. You can pull it tight or you can wear it looser, and the drawstring is on the outside. I personally do prefer a drawstring being on the inside, just because I feel it looks a bit neater. But I'm going to say this is to the point where I'm not going to wear these without a drawstring on the outside. And then it's got a lot of pockets. It's a cargo style. You've got two very deep pockets here. You can make stuff in those. And then you've got a pocket on the side, like here. Exact same on the other side. On this side, it has the rubberized. So yeah, that's on the right hand side. And then on the back, you've got two pockets, but again, Velcro. Now, when I when they originally dropped, I was like, not really sure about the Velcro. I'm not really sure about that. I just thought it looked a little bit cheap. And then I tried them because I've had the black hair since launch basically, and I actually really like them, and even down like they actually look really nice. Like you should actually wear those more. I am typically more like joggers. I will wear like a side pair and like a tight pair, but a side pair of joggers or children's good. These are actually really good. I'm extra small in these for reference. I am 2 double D, I size 12. I'm very good for like inch, but no, I'm gonna talk. Last time I made it was 24 inches around my waist and about 39 inches around glute, and I 5, 6 and 28. Like, and size up or size down. They are tight fitting around. Like if you want a loose fit, definitely size up. I personally quite like this. I'm not gonna lie, like the way that these fit, being a little bit tight and they make the really quite people. So at the bottom, the like cuff on it basically just goes into the same material, and lengthwise these come up to about what the leggings come to on me. I personally would love to see Ali with things like this offer 2 length options, because like with things like you have one universal length, especially if I enjoy it. It's also going to get away with it because you just roll off if it's too long. But with these you can't really get away with that. It's super hot. These are a little strange. They might hit, like if you really soft, they might hit line you can. I definitely prefer this colour to the pavement colour. Only issue with this is you can't tell when they're off, but when they're on, they're not sheer, they're not see-through. This part of the material, when pots are basically look significantly lighter than what they are when you have it on, and I just feel like it looks a little bit strange, makes it look a little bit cheap, and it's really from the colour, different colour. Purples are not really my jam. And yeah, I wear an extra small, and if you are getting a hair like it would stay true to size. Unless you want more oversized fit, in which case size. Okay, so then we've got Identity Pro crop hoodie in ivory, essentially. The cast I'll show you in a second. It's quite cropped. It's not super cropped, but it's a little cropped. It's got like a hem at the bottom, so it's not like rock or anything. It's got some seams on the front, just to have a bit of detail, as you can see. Crosses over at the front around the neck. There's no drawstring in this, but there's more than a room. I've got a bit of fat head, and my head can get rid of problem getting it. May I add? God, the light is really not helping. It's got this rubberized writing down the back, basically behind it. I have this in a size small. Not gonna lie, I would definitely go with maybe medium or even large. You know how I feel like wear something like this, I want to feel cozy. I want to put my hands on me like. Seems to feel a lot more than the other adjustments that ALPHALETE. Not the job, it just seems to fit a bit small in my opinion. So I would definitely go with a medium for me. For this, it's so hard to describe the feel of the material because it's the same across all the product. It's cotton that's really soft. I imagine if you did, which I'm not doing that, it would squeak. If that makes sense. That's the best way I can describe it, and that's probably a terrible explanation for the vast majority. But if your brand looks like mine, that's how I describe it. When I think of chewing the material, it makes me cringe a little bit. Yeah, it's just like a super thick, stretchy, brushed cotton, very soft. By far like the soft joggers, hoodies and shit that we do. And then onto the Identity Pro. Okay, I don't believe oh no, they have. I swear they launched like a burglar before. But I've just got this in black. The details will show. I've got a little logo on the left side again. Rubberized 2 zip pockets or boob area. 2 pockets around. Some areas are not zip up, so they're not like as zipped on the back. It's got the rubberized text again, which is behind the hood. So like show your hood style. Not even going to be on the bush here. I don't personally like this. This material to me should stay to hoodies and joggers. It should not be put in a jacket. I don't know if that's just me. It just feels wrong. This is way big for me. I would personally probably like a double extra small in this because it just doesn't fit right and it look really like shapely. It's not very flattering. It's a good length to be fair, and it's small. Like it's not that weird like it's like just above your hips, like past your hips. It's a very good length. But me personally, this is just not something I'm personally interested in. Okay, so now on to one of the I think these are my favourite thing of the Identity collection, which is the Identity Pro joggers. Now these are absolutely perfect. This is in the halogen blue colour, so it's really like baby blue. Like it's just a really it's like a plain candle version. So you have to on the outside. This waistband looks a little bit neater. Don't know why, because they pretty much they're not the same. So because this is crinkled along the waist, this one isn't on the outside anyway, because it's firmly inside. I like it a lot smarter and stuff. So yeah, I went extra small in these as well. The pockets are you put your stuff in that feel the depth of the pocket again just to check. You can put your stuff in that pocket, you can put in Nikes, all that stuff. So you've got 2 zip pockets at the front, and on the back you've got 1 pockets which are not the zip up. I mean, I don't personally put any back pocket anyway. I want to draw any more attention to the already goes in it, and then I think the detail on the back is what makes these so flatter. It's like a hem, a seam. I cannot remember the word. See today, what's wrong with me? They're like a simply runs across the butt at the back. It's just really flattering. And then down the side again, we've got some writing again with all the Identity collection. I absolutely love these. I would not size up or down these. They do look like I just really like how these fit in. Yeah, it's my favourite thing from this entire collection stuff. I'm gonna show show you. Okay, so then onto the Identity shorts. These launched before, and I have them for the May one drop in ivory and coloured blue. Again, ivory extra small than these are big in my opinion. Quite big in my base, they don't have drawstrings, so you can't like cinch them in or in. They came out, everyone saying, oh, these like super flattering, like, I'm loving them. I just feel a bit out of stuff. And they come, like, I wear these, I've worn these already, they've been washed. I want to settle around that in, but like, they're not flattering. I wouldn't really want to leave house in these. They make it look really, really good in like the bum area, because if you go away, it's a tell above, and then like down. And they really fit around the bottom of my body, so it's a very comfortable fit for lounging around in, which is perhaps a really leading women for like doing stuff at the gym or doing much in, to be honest. Anyone big, but I wouldn't go down to a double extra small because the bottom of my leg is already like hanging down. It was in a really flat, they're just left. They've got a very, very plain front. They do give you a little bit more by the way. They've got a very, very plain front. They have like curves at the bottom of the head, as you can see, and that is the vaccine detail again. And then again, we've got the identity tag on the side, and it kind of goes like into like a little V at the side. Yeah, I don't really have much to say on those, other than I'm just upset because everyone else is nice. Forget it. Okay, moving on to some Brodies joggers. Again, these before they're just a new colour. So I have the colour Quiet Shade, which has launched in some others I've done. I think it was the ALPHALETE collections. How many bits? That's some Quiet Shade bits. If you want to match with sports brands, that's the link below. You can. I have them in black and gold as well. I have used these before. I will run you more features very quickly. So with these, drawstring is inside. It has pockets on the front. It just says ALPHALETE on the side. On the left hand side there, it has a seam down in it. Yes, these do give a little bit of an not going to probably avoid it, but yeah, these give a little bit of camel toe. On the back, there is some like seam details, as you can see, which I think I mentioned it in Flooring in the video. I've tried a pair that don't have that, so if it does not, they do look pretty sensational. And then on the bottom, just a cuff. So front, you can't flip cuff, and the back, boot cuff. So this is a quite a shade colour, and then I have them in black and gold as well. But I reckon small these, the fit is the same, so there's like no difference in the way that it fits whatsoever. These fit very like a legging on me, and I just feel having a little bit more room, especially at the top, might be a bit more comfortable in just for me. I don't think they would fit really on my foot. So yeah, I personally would say if you are between sizes, because to be honest, like I'm not going to say small or get extra small for this. I would say if you're between sizes, you could probably go for size up if you want them to be like skin tight. If you want more of a comfortable fit. Hit the extra small, you don't think, oh my god, I definitely need size up. Hard to get on. Like that. My preference, these fit very much like a leg. I just feel like they look a little bit, feel just a tiny looser. They're a tailored jog anyway, so they're never going to be like super bad. I just feel like a little bit more room around that on my butt, a bit more flattering. Black with gold came in, I just not a fan. I just don't really think black and gold looks together. I don't offend anyone who does. I mean, black and gold, but for me personally, I don't really like it. Huge fan. Finally, we've got two more joggers. Old jogger, and these are premium V2 joggers. Performance-ish material, kind of like has that like sleek feeling to it rather than like a cotton feel. It's much more like slick, smoother feel. I have these in black plum and cabernet. I don't say that, but a nice dark colour in my vocabulary. That being on the outside, it's not clear. The drawstring is on the outside, clear adjustable. You can pull it as tight or as loose as you want. Outlet outside, so they will achieve the rubberized logos around the stick on it, which is with the previous joggers that I've just showed you. And that is the only branding that there is. There's no other branding to the joggers on that. You see kind of head down like it is on the Identity joggers I showed you. Just cover the end if you have I do because I have a very long stomach. These do have more of a cuff on the bottom, but it's too tight. I complained before that some of their joggers were just tight on like a fucking couple of circulation. They seem to provide that because I just don't have them with things being super tight on my collar anymore. An extra knee, I just have an extra knee. I said these are a little less super like tight. These stuff that I've just showed you, they're definitely a slightly bigger. Just a couple of things to mention, and then I'll show you because no one's here to rattle. You won't hear me rolling more, but they do have some more accessories now. This was sent a couple of months ago now to see I bought a while. They did send me a new baby blue. Don't know where it's still, can't find it. I think it must be in my bag on my back now, and I think also has on it before. It's the same thing, so it's still like the ALPHALETE logo, which is like a very thick thing. Like it's not just like peel off, it's like it's on there, it's staying on there. You know what I mean? And they all have this on the inside, because it's not something that's a band sticking around on your legs. It's not like sticky or anything, so it's not like really lean. I think it's worth spending a little bit more on bands and getting it. It's a kind of thing basically, it's more hits work material rather than using rubber bands, because I haven't used bands in years. They're a bit shit, they stretch out a lot quicker than films, it gets lower, and you say they're more brain, so it's probably worth spending more getting the feel it lasts long. And also, I've been testing this out, it's up at the day, but I've had like 100 and something to work from home for I've been testing this out since I got it. It's a bloody good battle. I can't really complain. I've only had it a week, so I'm going to say like it doesn't break because it feels a lot smoother than I'm not lie, but it still offers you very, very good protection. Like, I've been doing 140, 150 with these, and I have no whatsoever. It's really easy to protect my little hip. So yeah, I think it's show, like I said, I do a lot of ball feet with days, when this bit up in May or any kind of ball there, if you don't know if you do decide to use or anything, a lot of me, you'll be able to wear those people that do it like there's no two ways about it. So I do really appreciate anyone who does use it. If you do, always let me know, because I always want to say thank you. And if you have DM me over the past week saying you used it, I'll be back to my DM, send again, thank you, because I don't want to think I'm being intentionally rude and like, I always make sure I eventually every single person at the moment. It's just not looking for away every single day. God knows, I just don't have time right now. Myself, working very busy, which is really thing. I've had a lot of like plans and stuff to sort out. But yeah, I would also recommend following me on Instagram anyway, which is AMyrookes, just when this stuff drops, I will have more information closer to the time on what's coming, what colourways, or anything. Anything like that I might have missed that I haven't had to show you. I just thought it nice to do a little bit of a sneak peek. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, if you got any questions or anything like that, leave them in the comments below and I will go through and shop to help you finding questions about previous episodes in this video. Just leave it below, we can chit chat and I will help you out. Yeah, for now, everything is in my book. Goodbye.
Wokey ass. Wokey!
The answer would be yes. Do you want to see him?
Wokey! Hello, Wokey! How you doing, Wokey? Wokey! Everything's woke. America's woke. Woke. Wokey. Bitches woke. Helper is woke. Wokey cheap oak. I do love me some nice, hot, lovely, all you girls out there, aka muscle mommies. Oh, you disrespect women? I do. It's kind of sad that Naomi. I'm happy for Naomi, but I was also kind of sad that the reason she's dropped the belt is because she's pregnant. So it's like, cool, she's a mom, but she has to drop the title because she has to take care of. It's like a double-edged sword for fan of Naomi. It's like I'm happy for her because she's a mother, but at the same time, I'm sad for her because she has to drop the title. So it's like, I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm sad. So I'm like, I'm sad, but I'm gonna congratulate her and help her and Jay have a good, help her, she does good as a mom. I know she will, but I'm like sad and happy for her. So like, that was a double-edged. Like, the show itself sucked Monday Night Raw, but it was like, that was somewhat of the saving grace of it. Gave me a high note for, because you realize why she has to drop the titles because she's pregnant. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm sad for her, but I'm saying I'm happy for her. Double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword as a wrestling fan. Your favorite female wrestler is injured, but not injured the way that is a happy ending. She's a freak mom.
Welcome back to a Chapter 2 video I uploaded last week, midweek 4. It's about the ALPHALETE launch, which is this Saturday. I have it for it now. It's May the 1st. I've got like some pictures I can put in a video dropping, so it's more useful. But if there's anything I don't speak about in this video, essentially, I've already talked about it in the last ALPHALETE video I uploaded, so go and check that out. First things first, I did ask Christian about the Canadian warehouse where they're going to be running, and he said it will be up and running in May, but ALPHALETE are going to put out, oh my god, how long ago and ALPHALETE are going to Hello, I will, yeah.
Blame Canada, like girl. Come on, you gotta blame Canada.
No, I can get done. I need to get done. Bye. See you later. Bye. Hello. ALPHALETE are going to put out a official statement about that. So you can HELLOOO to follow them on Instagram. Yeah, I keep on getting asked. They're going to be Amplify on Saturday in the May 1st drop. There is no Amplify new launches restock on the coming launch. We're waiting. Really like Baby Blue, you know, like the ALPHALETE and then Amplify. That'd be nice. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much everything that's dropping on Saturday is more loungewear style things. I already know as well, people are actually dresses that people see, the Monarch dresses. I do have them. I'm forming my opinions on them as the days go on, because it's hot in the UK, so I have to live on with them today. They are not dropping on the 1st, they're dropping in a couple of weeks' time. They're not dropping with everything I'm talking about today, so yeah, I'm not going to mention the dress in this video. I will just leave it for when they do eventually launch. I do have a spot code with ALPHALETE, which is in it if you're ever shopping and you want to use it. It means the world to me. Essentially, I would not be able to work with them if people did not use my spot code. So with that being said, if you do ever use it, please message me on Instagram so I can say thank you. I do find education. So life is quite busy at the moment. It might take me a little bit longer than usual to get back to you. I promise I will get back to you. And if you have sent me anything about anything ALPHALETE, or like this is a question about advice or something, and I've not found it, please resend it, because it's got to a point now where I've let DMs pile up to a point where I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to just go back through them. I think some DMs have been like lost and stuff now. So yeah, resend any DMs that I haven't responded to about code uses, ALPHALETE bits, or just something in general that you really want to help with. Just resend it. And of course, if you have any questions about any of the items I'm going to speak about, comment them down below, message me on Instagram. I know it's going to be another DM, but I am going to make a conscious effort this week to set aside like an hour or so a day to go over my DMs and check and respond to any questions. Probably more on there than I really want to keep, because you know I've been getting a bit of influx of like weird comments recently, so I've been avoiding the comments a little bit. I will try and go through those, but yeah, Instagram if I'm not responding any YouTube comments. So I've just pulled up all the products I can pick today, an image of everything that's dropping out without the measurements as well, just so you can see. So I'm going to go over the joggers first, and basically all the bottles we've got are from the Essential collection. So we've got the Essential Core jogger, I've got the green tea colour and the Phantom colour, so I will go over these first. These are the Essential joggers, but they're now called the Essential Core jogger. As far as I'm aware, these are the same as the Essential joggers that they have dropped previously. I can't find my pair of them, just really annoying me, corner. I like the material, I like the logo, I like the logo on the label and stuff, I can't find them. I don't know where the hell I just feel, I can't find them, really annoying, but just from putting them on and like the fit and stuff, these do feel pretty much the same as the Essential joggers that launched before, but now called the 100% corn. Very quickly before I get to it, I'm 5'6". My inside leg is 28 inches, waist is about 24 inches, glutes are around 39 inches, and I'm 32 double D, and I wear an extra small in every day. Yeah, every single piece in this haul is an extra small. So I have the essential joggers, like I said, these pretty much feel the exact same as the other ones did. I'm just compare the two, but yeah. So features wise, they've just got the drawstring on the waist, and so you can tighten if you want, or you can just leave it. To be honest, these are a little bit bigger waist, but not to the point where they're like full down or anything, so I don't really need to tighten them in too much, but you can just tighten them in if you wish to do so. They've got zip pockets on the side, which these are my favourite pockets that I do on joggers. These are my favourite pockets that they do. These are by far my favourite pockets that they do. These are similar to the Identity Pro jogger pockets in the way that like, it's just like kind of like hidden within this little piece of material, and then ALPHALETE is just printed in like a raised rubber material thing on the left hand side of the jogger. They don't have any like fancy things at the bottom, they don't have like a specific cuff, it's all just one long piece of material. On the back they have like the standard curve above the bum, which I believe is meant to make it look more flattering. Like I said, I wear an extra small in these, and these come up quite short on me. These not like just more than just above my ankle, like probably, I mean, I'll show you the trend, but like about there is where they come up on me. I didn't learn my lesson from last time, and I should have got these small because these are so tight on my ankle, to the point where I almost feel like I need to pull these joggers up further, but I can't because I can't get them any further. I'm like so tight around the bottom, it won't go up any further on my legs. So that's annoying. They're not my favourite fit of the either, just because they are so tight around the bottom of my leg, and I just find that they just almost remind me, not to this extent, because obviously you'll see from the trial, it's really not to that extent, but they remind me of like the harem pants, I think they were called, that people used to wear, where they were like tight at the bottom and then like loony at the top. Obviously these aren't loony but fit, just reminds me of that. Like they're a comfortable fit around like my bum and my thighs, and so they don't feel too tight on there, but they're just so tight around the bottom half of my leg that I'm like, I personally would definitely go up a size in these. I can't say pretty much non-existent, and these feel very, very tight on me, so if you don't want like a super tight fit on the bottom half of your leg, or you're worried about being too tight, I personally would size up in the specific breakdown, 6% cotton, 35% polyester, and 5% elastane. They do have like a stretch to them, not too stiff on, and they do have stretch, and they do overpull, but even then they're still just super tight on the bottom of my legs. They are soft, they are comfortable, wear around the top half of me. For me personally, I would definitely need to size up for small to make them comfortable around the bottom half of my legs. Likewise, for me personally, I would size up in these your between sizes. I tend to go between extra small and small, so like the size of like my legs and my glutes and stuff. So I personally that size. I think if you're more I do have an area where I don't have really chunky off, is a bit tight around. But yes, it's the green colour, olive, like yeah, an olive. There's no described. This is an olive colour. Obsessed with stuff ones, Mark stuff ones, Alex stuff ones. Honestly, I did an olive, and I made it as well. And then this is a colour which is basically, unlike this colour swatch, it looks like it's meant to like really dark green if I'm going colour blind, but this to me is just like a dark charcoal colour. I've got the essential hall jogger. It's called the essential washed hall jogger, and I've got some silver camo, the rough coming black camo, other people's camo. So you're on a camo, you're in look grass camo. Just details wise, I'm not going to go on because they are the same. I'm trying to work out why these are called a wash called essential jogger, and the others for essential joggers. I do think these feel slightly softer. I'm going to try them on. These aren't like quite as tight around like the bottom half of legs. I don't know why, they just feel a bit stretchier. I'm going to put it onto that being because they are washed. I don't have application of what that means. When I look at the label, it's the exact same material makeup. I know like washed and always show on the label. It's just like you wash it. It's a sample really soon right now. Oh my god. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is these do feel slightly softer touch. Not to the point it's like a huge difference, but yeah, these feel softer on the outside and on the inside. Watch this not be like this is material, it's just because it's got a bit print on. But maybe it's just in my head, these do feel a bit softer. I didn't notice when I took that before I even saw that it's washed. So, okay, moving on to my favorite, which is dropping on Saturday, and these in my personal humble in art. These are the best shorts that I've done, other than the Amplify shorts, in my opinion. Not like gym shorts, because again, they are the essential range, so they are like cotton feel. You can wear them to the gym if you want, but they're not being like force kind of material, they're more the cotton feel, lifestyle, athleisure, that sort of thing, rather than like forms material. So they're essentially just a short version of the essential joggers. I know with these. These are so flattering. If you're Instagram, as soon as I took these out of the packaging, when I got them and tried them on, so Instagram story, I can video about them because I'm obsessed. Particularly so feature-wise, they are literally just they've got the drawstring, they've got the zips, inside the same kind of style, and then the same position as the joggers, again in the red rise texture, and then on the back again, just like there's no lead, they are just a short version of the essential joggers. It's like the essential joggers, so they've got the hem, the norm, like I have fine with material shorts, absolutely fine, but mask, bungee, I mean, I was kind of like, and that's mortified, and that's not it's also been a mess. I read these, yeah, I bought this year, and I have these in an X small. These fit very true to size. I'm not saying quite down. These are like band fit, not super tight on the top, and not super oversized. These just fit handy shorts and meant to fit in an X small. So 100% stay true to size. They are just the perfect length of little shape cotton short for me. Personally, like 5 foot for reference. Tried to find my tip, but I can't actually find it. I'm going to film this video, and I will update the shorts and what's for you so you have a point of reference for how long to see my videos. Yeah, I just these. I've got these in the white and I've got these in the canary yellow colour. This is a really yellow, not like a bright blue neon based yellow. It's just like, you know when you learn colours at school and it's like the primary is yellow colour? But when you learn the colours at school, learn yellow, this is like just like a true yellow, not super bright, not super neon, not like super pastel. absolutely either. It's like perfect yellow. You wouldn't have need look anywhere in that. They're yellow, just a nice colour. But yeah, I absolutely obsessed with these, and you know, if you're thinking I only want to pick up one thing this weekend, it's a pair of these. I would be shocked if you like them. If you don't like them, feel free to send a comment back to me, because I am going to put my thumbs behind these shorts. I really like them. These are like going to be perfect for working on holiday. So Boris left list of days. Meeting at the airport, apparently, yeah. Apparently, actually, on the green list, for the green list and the red list, apparently America's going to build a green list. We'll see, feel like we'll see. So they are dropping 3 different sets of t-shirts. The first is the 3/4 sleeve. These all come under the performance range for athlete. This is that 3/4 sleeve top. This is a full length top. I know that a lot of people don't like wearing crop stuff, and ALPHALETE do have a lot of crops, but not much full length stuff. A good completely. They don't have loads for women in length, so it is nice to see full length top. But yeah, it's just as the name suggests. It has 3/4 sleeves. The colours that use the sleeve, and the colour will be like the contrasted colour, like the name body on top, and then on the back it's just like sewn on tag that says ALPHALETE. It's not like a straight cut, it's not like a raw hem either. It's like a curved hem at the bottom. I'm wearing extra small in this. Me personally, not very much. This isn't my I just feel like there's a difference between like sense between America and the UK, and I feel like this is one of the products where it might highlight it. I don't know if I'm being super here, maybe it's just my friends are not 3/4 sleeves, something like this, but I just feel like this is a bit of a what a sleeve top. It's absolutely nothing in it. It's very soft. It does sound like jersey. Jersey with a design, but now it's like watches all their like performance t-shirt. Absolutely zero shit in the water. They are standard kind of with quality t-shirts and stuff like that. Cool. Feel to them, and it's very very good. It's like a thick t-shirt or anything like that. Do a great brown in the trunk, which means I really wear like a new like. I mean, you can't wear brown in the body that you would be able to. It's not a super into it. I just see it which is around my waist, and it just looks like a tight like over hips, but that expect to be like. I don't know what I'm doing out the shirt, crop top, in long sleeve version and the short version. I have so many of their shorts in the so nice, by the way. The logo is rubber with material, and basically what it is the logo. Not the logo is the version, longer version, and so many shorty versions from, I think was it Paul's launch where they brought these out? I feel like it was like many Paul's like I want a lot, I've got a lot around there. I didn't really need colours, I wear extra small knees. I'm going to take a size box. Anyway, so I would say stay with size, please. And well, is there a nice level of crop that like too short and put your arms above your head, don't like everybody like perfect level of crop, like just put your sort of height, put your arm happy. Same material as possible, so again, it's called it's super thin, it's thick enough to feel like it's not going to cut it, it's going to wear, it's to be like breathable and comfortable to wear. And then obviously the long sleeve version, it has a hem at the bottom, which means like rose bottom and like shorts. So yeah, there are lovely chocolate coin there is a crop top for you. Get the details about them just in it. If you didn't want to get it, let me know so I can answer any questions or any items that are launching. So talking about favourites, what you think you should get, items differently or side that you're thinking, oh, I'm going to I'm always available for a chat. If I need anything around my one of my YouTube videos, I'm trying my absolute best to get back to you. But yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for all the support, always for growing me. I know I've been paying for you at the moment, but there's so much going on. It's just struggle, but I hope you know I you are getting it, and if you have any questions, let me know if you know the hope you can't and well, and
Free Washington! Free Washington! DC motherfuckers! Out with your asses! Fuck you motherfuckers! I am the American people stand up now! We want to bring us up in here! Oompa loompa! You suck our dick, you orgasm! Oompa loompa doopa dee da! Fuck the orange man up his ass! Oompa loompa doopa dee da! You orange man want our freedom! 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 Washington! Free Washington! Free Washington! DC rules! DC rules! We want to bring them back! Fuck these! You know, fuck you, orange man! Orange man bad! Orange man bad! Fuck his ass! 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 Fuck his ass!
A long time ago, just in case anyone would like to get or something, and it was, you know, the typical thing where you like prop your laptop with your knees and that box up and everything, and so like, and like, literally fell straight to an immediate laptop, and came because I was concerned, and I actually really hurt, and I was broken, so like, probably nobody knows that, actually, I don't know what you did, you just become the one in ages, so I'm starting to lay down to actually different situations, one is just a little bit more convenient, rather than the actual thinking, let's watch something sometimes. long. Not a funny language, you know what I mean. So breakfast isn't it, darling? Protein bar. It's like 10 to 10 on the gym and eat this, and then Jake will drive to the gym and do a leg session. Then look at my list, then I think it's well, get ready, eat this, and then go to the gym. But I'm just showing you my last before the gym today. So I've got my ALPHALETE, I've got my shorts, the short version in silver sky, and then I've got the sports shorts in purple done. And I have socks, I'm going to literally shop because I'm really page today. I can't put in this shopping. I'm just going to put in some and then you press up and breathe in.
I love you all. I love you all.
Camera battery died, so I couldn't film the rest of that, but basically I just got some eggs, I've got half a tin of beans, sliced potatoes, with some butter, and then I've put that special like eggs on top. It makes it absolutely delicious, and we all of it, even Dan likes it, so yeah, I'm gonna go eat this insert, grab my laptop, and get myself fat. The PH last order back from the gym, shower, there's a bit more, I've cut my hair, and I just want to talk to you really quickly about contact today's video updated. I've been using their deodorants for months because my sister has actually been buying from them herself for a while, and I keep seeing them being really annoyed with me, so now thankfully I have my own, so I steal hers anymore. There's nothing worse than being able to smell either a really strong deodorant scent when you're training, because for me personally, it's a bit of a headache, and also just being able to smell it obviously, but deodorant, that's just not kind of vibe I go for. But native deodorants are stick deodorants, and they go on so easily, and stick out all they dry really quick, so you don't need to worry about having super like sticky or dry underarms. So especially ideal when you woke up late in the morning and you just need to get the rest of the gym, you don't want to, you know, put deodorant on and you cover and it's all like sticky and you just feel all gross. These dry so quick and you don't get any like vegan, they're cruelty free, they're allergen free and sulfate free as well. And they just got really simple ingredients is as coconut oil, but the scent I've got the rum in one, which is just super subtle, fresh scent, and then also got the tangerine and citrus in one, which smells a bit more strong. It's got some, like it uses a lot of essential oils and stuff to make its own sauce, and they smell like that. And then my favourite scent, which is the palm leaf and bergamot. No, palm leaf and bergamot scent. This is by far my favourite scent. It's the one that I've by far been using the most. It just smells like holiday. Like this to me, it's a holiday in deodorant. Absolutely love it. They keep it smelling fresh throughout my training week. But practically, I do it myself. It's stuff on there. You can get free shipping if you are in the US, and I will pop the screen deal countries that native ship to. 3 deodorants normally cost $36. However, if you shop through the link which I believe in the description below and use the code AMYVICTORIA, you can get them for $24, which is 30% off, and you can also get 20% off any body wash and toothpaste as well using my link below. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to get on my bit. I've got quite lots of stuff I need to do today. This time to head into final one of uni. At the end of it, well, pretty much now. I finish uni by the end of May / start June. Got 5 assignments due, still got my work to do. I've got some like ALPHALETE launch on May 1st. I need to start after this for that. I will be back with you when I'm having some food. I'm about to make myself a quick little snack. I'm not going to for like my lunch or anything yet, not going to lie. So I'm going to have a quick snack. I'm going to use winter cookie from the coffee powder. That was very nice. I didn't use it because I don't even know. The only reason I used it is because it was pretty expensive. So I'll put it through. So I'll put it through as quick as possible. Can spin it and then I'll let it off just again. So I'm going to have a bowl of shakes and then I'm also going to have a banana, some oats, and I think I like oats. So at the moment, I'm enjoying things. I don't like to like them. They always get like some cheese on plain food. They get some cheese really, really. But I'm enjoying them at the moment. So I'm going to have a shake, get on with some work, and I'll see you when I'm some more food. Hello, so I've just finished filming and all the videos. I'm going to make myself a lunch now. I'm going to make a salad. I'm going to make like a garlic and a chicken salad. We use Morrison's dressing and shallots. And I'm going to really lazy. I got some like chicken from Morrison's to use that. I do always like to add the cooked chicken. My friend now says I have to follow like wet and cold meat. Like it has to be hot. Or if it's called it has to be dry. Like wet and cold chicken. I always say it's hot in it. So I'll take you on with that. Enjoy this little montage that I'm going to put in. Just right got I got some salted caramel popcorn. You learn about salted caramel. I'll probably use it. I'm not meant to is it? Popcorn. Yeah, some Oreos and my freak. I've got yogurt. I've got some jack, this is vegan, white chocolate and raspberries. Those are the salted caramel, which is really nice. The salad pizza down, this is like some sandwiches, and some orange Santella Pellegrino. I'm going to make like prawn pasta salting, so I'll show you make it because time lapse of it. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. I'll leave video and start editing this actually. So yeah, I will make my first montage of that. I finished editing my ALPHALETE video coming up the Katie Price podcast, the Bella's podcast with Katie Price on it. I highly recommend that book, by the way. I watched that from back one, watching the Katie Price one, and I watched a really interesting one that was with like an account that did a lot of like social media people accounts. Really nothing random, but interesting. But yeah, I'm going to make myself like a little yogurt bottle. I did both, so I've actually still some of the Morrison's which I've been preferring at the moment, so I'm going to just start winding down for the night, take myself a little yogurt bottle. Sure I need to do that and be honest. I'm like some caramel popcorn, some Oreos, just having a bit of a just need to be marking up. And then I'll leave them into salted caramel popcorn. It tastes like pepper on it. I think this is salted mark, I just went for pepper. So I really recommend that. But yeah, I know these videos are really fantastic, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to do it already, and let me know if you want to say on Instagram if you want to see me regular, or annoying on my stories. Keep it sweet. So yeah, I'm going to leave you here. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. This is my ear. See you later. It's all about dancing, I wanna be on top again. I
like some asses up in here, party day. Daddy like some asses. I respect your ass, party day. It's all about asses, please. I like ass, I like some ass. But they tell don't respect you. I respect ladies. I respect everybody. Everybody. Backstreet. Alright. God, it's like it's been a decade since we had a reunion of this Backstreet. Or someone in NXT, someone in sync. I mean in sync. Also, why I said NXT? It's like that's WWE, not in sync. I meant to say in sync though. Cause it's all about getting in sync. Bye, baby, bye. It doesn't matter. Cause it's all about baby, bye. It's kind of funny because Justin Timberlake was a controversial person allegedly, but no one talks about it. No one talks about how controversial he was. It don't matter cause it's all about that ass. That ass, Amy. Shake that ass, Amy. Oh my girl, you see ass. She went girl. Oh, sit down.
These are not sources as like normally are. Hello, I'm back with another video. So disclosure, and obviously as like today it's Monday the 24th. The 24th of May today is the only day that I can do this video, so I'm just going to do it. Christine actually messaged me yesterday, so we're meant to get some information today, like finalise absolutely everything that's definitely launching, all like finalised launch details, but I don't have that information yet. If that means it's the only time I can do this is go in live finish. I've got work to do as well, so this is the only time I can do this video. I don't have that information yet. So when I come to maybe finish filming this video, we'll have that information and I can just put a little bit in. But if I don't, I'll just update the pinned comment and then anything that's changed, I'll talk about the video that you need to be aware of. So check pinned comment. So yeah, the launch will be June the 5th, for the 4 PM UK time, 10 AM CST. It's time that the launch on that basically. June 5th, Fantasy Fire, yeah, the highlight of this launch is just the 5 colours. It's a new colourway, we've got red leggings have come back. I already know that some people are going to be disappointed by cold because I've got with the juice colours, so I just pretty much got coming back. I've got like the dark. Yeah, I've got a lot of included on the transcripts. I'll go through everything. We'll also do like a comparison of like the amplifier, the right wing called ALPHALETE that I'm not sure what they're available. So I'll go between two and it is really launch or whatever I was talking in. Helping out, it means a lot. And if you ever use it just to defend secrets, because I remember I think it was like the probably no, I think it was like the Black Friday launch. I'm not joking, I spent 4 or 5 hours out there trying to everyone. I tried to every single person. So yeah, no pressure to use. If you don't want to use it, plenty of athletes can use anyone's, but you want to use mine, pledge in advance, and let me do something. So we've got the amplified leggings, we've got amplified like shorts, and we've got the amplified short shorts. They're all launching, they're all coming in different colours. So I've got all that the leggings first, then shorts, like shorts, and then I'll do the short shorts. One thing that I do keep getting asked, which I'm going to do right now, is to compare the waistbands of the short shorts, the bike shorts, and the leggings, just to check if they are all the same. The bottom is a leggings, the middle is a bike short, and the top is a shorts. I mean, to be honest, they're all pretty much, they're all pretty much the same. If any in the bike short are maybe a tiny bit smaller in the waistband, a little bit than the short shorts and leggings, but I wear everything in extra small, and that wouldn't mean that I would go small in the bike short. Really not that much, but it is pretty much reference. Waist is 24 inches, 39, and 5'6", and the inside of my leg is 28 inches, and 32 really close for reference. So yeah, waistbands are pretty much the same. If we want to get really nitpicky, the bike shorts waistbands, if I want to take it a little bit smaller, or you can see really nothing crazy, it's like inch missing. So the amplified leggings is popular, the mud colour, and the black and white colour, and these are through winter. But yeah, these are all pretty dark, pretty neutral colours. As you can see, the big fat section around the filming of the ring, just because when I'm filming natural lighting, it's changing lighting. But with the triumphant that I like being throughout the video, I film those in natural lighting, I film them over there, so that is actually a representation, and maybe what I've seen on camera right now, just for reference. So yeah, if you've never bought amplified leggings before, I haven't discussed that, we've got in detail. I'm not going to mention the things that I've not think have changed this time around, but the waistband has 3 different levels of compression in it, so if you're using like lower compression or tight compression, that's just the waistband. Basically just means you go like a shape really nicely. You have a sponge on both, which I've not personally had issues with this, but I know that people have. If you are comfortable, the clean on leggings, one have to be very careful when you're putting on. They're a very thin legging, so you need to like reverence and some more very careful when putting on. Two, if you are between like I said, I wear small and perfectly. If you are between sides and buttons, I think I have particularly big one. I would recommend going inside just to the safe side. Me as I know mine are written as pretty just very essential leggings and amplified leggings since the amplified leggings came up. So at the top of the trend, it kind of comes down like a V, a little bit, straight like text for it. These are really black leggings. Lengthwise on me, they come to out. So they're pretty decent leggy, and then what you have is like paneling down the side, which on all colours I got it very versatile. Like it's like very obvious on the colour. I need like a good highlight. I got the black mount and I got the mocha. Colour comparison I will do it for you in this video, but I have actually put comparisons on my Instagram there originally, so they're probably better for you to look at. My friends just Amy Rooks, same why I like. You don't need to comment. You can do it as hell, sorry. You can just don't stop anything on my June 5th highlight. So I'm going to talk about shorts and the short short versions of the amplified range. Very quick. It's not then I'm going to go like yes, in particular. Yes, I have the short shorts in the powder grey colour and in the black colour, so I'm in the legging and the short shorts. Let me find the tape measure. Right, okay, so it's sitting on the short shorts 3 inches. I have 3. That's what I'm doing. The bike short, I'm doing it from like the gut matching the leg, like that first to do it. So the bike short and it goes out around 6 inches. So yeah, 3 inch difference between the two. Basically, like I said, it's the exact same as in the games. I personally wouldn't stand either. As you see the bag produce, see how slightly more snow based, and but for me, it's not quite outside. So I think generally keeping stay true to size. If you are concerned about the being too tight or being or you just prefer a less seated snatch fit, definitely size if you are inside. Everyone asks me if I recommend the short shorts or the white shorts, and me personally, I don't both. I feel like I'm going to recommend one. I just think to go with white shorts. Just because you want to change into a short short version, you can anyway, pretty much buy. Like you will see on time, I don't wear these full length. I think it looks weird when it looks like I'm always pulling up. Anyway, with the white shorts, I usually do. But if you can only get one, I would definitely say go with white shorts because you can pretty much customise the length. Anyway, with the short shorts, these are a short. And when I say like short, I'm putting everything out the bottom of these, but like they pretty much just cut. I don't know if that makes sense. They are a short. Basically, get to a money to get like shorts. That would be my personal recommendation. Getting like a short, I've got in colour Aspen, and I'm also in the black cherry colour, which again, this is a really good colour. I would just love a bright pink, like paradise pink colour. I would just actually like some. This is giving me more pink grass personally, but I will see it actually different colour. I know it's going to be extra colour, but it's not exactly colour right. But yeah, we'll go over that in a second. But yeah, those are short shorts, white shorts, differences, the images, all that sort of stuff. So let's just give me a ask what if you're in the light shade. Like I would say mocha is probably the light shade I've got. These are the first black package I went to Western. The package just came and I was on the way to my car. That's just the back and change and trying to yeah, they have 100%. So from me, I do spend a lot around, especially on the way, and I never ever noticed it's funny, like the essential items actually not. So these no shape size. Honestly, depends on what underwear. You guys see underwear with any underwear. I like right now like G strings, basically like just really like stringy underwear. But I don't think I can put these. So I see underwear. Maybe that's something very nice. Then spoken of new ways. So then finally launched. They've done this is the first one. The actually bought on customer line. Basically, they're launching on Friday. Did Friday their birthday sale on then. Now when I put these out, every single colour with the same powder brings out this colour. Different. I've always been a very soft legging and a leggings all stretched them, but these I'm shocked by the look in particular because dark colours tend to fit tighter. I don't know because I'm bottom tends to fit more snuff pillow tighter. Not always be soft to me like that man this time like just soft. And there's sometimes a difference between these that would fit. This time round, every single colour that I've got fits the same. Pull down the powder grey. The powder grey is still soft, it's not quite as stretchy. It's not quite as soft as the other colours that I've got. I say the other colours, I mean every single colour. I've got off the gym, I've had the gym, I've got the gym, I've worn right off the gym. And talking about what's happening, they have changed something like just the way the colours are this time. But the powder grey is very much matte. There isn't like a sheen to leggings, much like, for example, the previous one, there's no sheen to this, it's like flat. The rest of the leggings are still matte, they're not like a material where there's like my gym leggings or anything like that. But they have a sheen to them and they feel a lot thinner. That when the lines fit quite a bit tighter, much like the older colours compared to like now, which feel more like they would fit. The rest fell a lot sheer. It's not coffee, it's not coffee. But I noticed when I was in my friends, these not colours that I normally are. I don't have blue colour building, but I don't have like colours from I'm probably just going to do one colour. I don't have those, so like I'm not going to feel like all pull sheer, which the only colour I have doesn't have any shit in it whatsoever. Powder grey. I don't have the art on it. Probably going to be some. I can't even percent those, but like these are standard. It's not points. But when you're moving, when you're doing things, yeah, I wouldn't templates. I'm not sure. And she say in clips they actually are. When I'm doing it right in front of you, like I have a mirror, I don't know, it's right here, and I'm doing that around because I'll back to it looks like camera. And now it might look sheer on the clips like they pull sheer. And I think it's because of the difference in the material. Like yes, they look a little bit thinner, a little bit softer, but the real also feel like they're sheen to them, which you just didn't have before. Which I don't think else makes me just look as great. So I've got out colour. I've got grey. You'll be 100% fine. Okay, I'm going to one's different. You'll be 99% fine. I'm pretty sure. The mocha colour. You also be like 99% fine, like I'm not too greedy. But the rest of the honestly, probably about 70% scoring. So I just have to be honest about stuff. You know, me personally, I was very honest with it. Or honestly, when you're in the gym, it's very good to be in. You think I will let you see sections in my voice not be very bright, like in like exactly. I'm going to look my like a picture of what look like on like how sheer it, and I'm just doing that. It isn't as harsh, and it's not bright, and I'll look a picture of what looked like. I didn't look as bad. So it's obviously depending on like in and whether you're comfortable with something that's not completely solid because what I'm my favourite leggings that I'll do. I pretty much tried those and it's just looking now. Look, everything in the video and I realised I didn't do the colour ones again. So colour cards time. This is black cherry colour with stereo. So I should be it's much more honestly more purple, black cherry got a lot of purple in it. And then put Bordeaux. The other side I can see it again, black cherry a lot more purple than Bordeaux. I thought these were going to be like very different with stereo, more pink and then just a good measure of a fireside in there. I think that all kind of the same colour thing. They're definitely not same with Bordeaux. They're like oh should get black cherry similar as you can see, they're actually quite different. I'll show you why it's as well because I don't actually have the purples ALPHALETE, so this is the best I can do unfortunately. It's right at the end there. So it's the black colour from the mix and all black cherry and right next to each other you can see that the very different colours. One is look purple on all the rest of the colours. We put these together, it's more deep cherry colour. Mix and that cherry and try and definitely more like a true black. That's the semi colour. That's what this is the more brown colour. And then the green, so look what it is. So again, while they're all the same colour, this colour is out really doesn't get special from me. I'm sorry, I'm not that one now. As you can see, it's different. So Canteen is definitely more black. I think it's more through a green kind of colour. And then it's very dark. It almost looks like black, but not just very dark. So yeah, if you have a blue, it's like again then Aspen has very different. Next to the colour, it's really viral. Pull closer. We just keep it flat. So that's the difference between the black matte and the chain and lines I launched before. Again, this is a lot more similar kind of comments from pictures and the black relate with the ALPHALETE. So yeah, you can see them in more accurate representation of what the colour I think is helpful. I'm just shutting my legs now. It would be my recommendation. Never try to come on something. The Amplify lens. Do exactly that by shop. Be my top recommendation if you're a shop person. If you're not, I would recommend it. Yeah, my favourite thing that I'll do. Also bring back Amplify colour. Mine is in the water after the black mile colour. I'm not going to review in too much because I've done them to death. I've used them. I think I've used them like twice now. So if you want like full every I'll definitely go back to the previous videos because nothing changed about those. I went to small they are the support still not like super high packed support like I don't skip and I always want because I'm wanting it because I'm going to talk about the body revival now. I know like some people watch videos in particular have only started from like the launch Amplify, so now I see reviving for. So yeah, I got these in which is completely flat black. So if I compare to the black marble, you see like this is like marble, this is like black colour, and then I have in the blue which is very dark. So these are on these leads in for that stitching review very pin off. I can't really alter it because it's skinny. There's a big wristband between this, as you can see, the complete like that. I really like. There's 100% like an extra inch in the waistband and also fit on. So these are small and small waistband. But I always thought that the revealing waistband would be a little smaller than the wouldn't be ideal. These two are very tiny on. There's still the waistbands lined up. The crotch on the revealing comes a bit lower. And the Amplify is just a smaller waistband. Just between the top of the waistband and the crotch is a lot longer. Is on the Amplify. These have a like casual kind of one not too bad. They've been missing on the bottom of and I'm going to detail across the back. And it's pulling beneath the bum, rich texture, comes down, texture again, and yeah, it has a banner or rib, but everything like that, I've kind of been into having animals, and now to them, I found it so difficult to get on. This felt like, for I think if she is, I need to start up in these, I definitely need to size small. If I go up to size small with my measurement, the band is probably a little bit too big on them, but honestly, just for a list, I'll be like, I'm the way the point I can't do that with these, if I go to go around it, I recommend to size up, if I go for the extra comfort and legs, moving for the I was, when I tried on it pulls very sheer on these now, and because it is a dark colour, I feel like these will fit a lot tighter than these leggings now. Between the final revival leggings in terms of difference is a bit more stretchy. The revival leg is stretchy and a bit more difficult to get on. Obviously, I don't have a scrunch film, but I do. For me, it's frustrating me going on my bum and stuff, but I just too tight to watch it. I need to cut size. I'm going to talk about it. Not just I have but yeah, it says learn more, dream more, lock down side, which is last. Yeah, it's glow in the dark down the side. So that's in the dark everyone's doing because you've got your that would have been fun. These have like mesh line underneath the and it's from the top out these. I definitely not size up in the which means that technically you could probably go up a size one more like you'll see in the triangle clip. I feel like my bum is like quite close to a vent shoulder, like at the bottom half. Because and these are not super life free, but like a house, like it's not all going to when now I'm not a track star queen, so.
The idea of making an unknown property is canceling kids politics on a horse. I mean, who would even want to watch an original property?
I mean, I do the runs, I really use children houses, but in my opinion, yeah, personally stay true to size in these, but if you want a bit of then you can definitely. So if you're not seeing it for a day, then Electronic Collection, which is more like lifestyle and active wear. They're launching dresses and they're launching bodysuits. I will show you the dresses in a second because they are my favourite. It's a cut-out bodysuit. The material is really nice. It's so stunning, like so soft. They do hide it in the chest, but you can't take these out. They do these out so when you see these in the front, that will look like that. But you can also wash it in the neck, which too, so it's not through all like this. You don't just wear a brown or a back, and that is a silver metal bag. It has ALPHALETE and into it. And then I want to put detail. I have done this strategically and it's jeans stuff. It basically sits perfectly so that when you're wearing like high-waisted jeans, high-waisted shorts, the cut-out ones between the jeans, like they sit like the bottom of them sit awkwardly too high and look weird. And if the cut goes like the jeans, they're just really clean. I have like the long torso clippy, so bodysuits like for me, actually they have poppers, so it is popular. When it makes like you just test it out, it's not uncomfortable. I find these buttons dig in just because I do because I normally just feel like they find that these look perfect, they're not uncomfortable, they're super tight. Just like that, I would definitely recommend if you like the design need and you want to see like concern, like normally your top is like too long and like find them comfortable. I definitely recommend getting these because these are long horse approved. I've got this ribbed dress. It's similar as the bodysuits is ribbed and my suits on its side. The dresses don't like, I don't think anyone would think they would, to clarify, the dresses don't come with any kind of, yeah, it's just a bonnet side, basically, just pull these two strings, you can like push like the buttons like push the sides of one. So dress you can just pull one side up and like it's a trick mode where you dress you can pull both sides up and wear it shorter. If you are like taller, so you can pull these down. I just think this is quite a good idea because this will fit quite a lot high. If I wear this like with string pulling down, so it's a bit ridiculous. It's kind of like dress in this kind of style that I'm.
You see, I believe something that is commonly known as original author. Essentially, it opens up you needing the original author's permission before you can deal, which can be a nightmare to pick a project and you need to know it. Some can be friendly and
would personally be interested in wearing, but that means that even on someone who's tall, they would, whereas the last dress that they did was like, it was quite short. Yeah, so like they've done it, it's going to be a lot of height length. For me personally, so I like to wear this short, much for the spring wrap. I'm not joking, guys. So it's like at the back behind your bum, which like makes it look. So they can take on holiday during the day where you just want something easy, so soft, or something like that. It'll be absolutely perfect for that. It's a vast improvement on the last dress they did. I got bad much on the last dress they did. I didn't like that. This dress, I like it. I went extra small in dress as well. I won't really say probably got double small in this, but I got mad at in extra small, probably leave the room around the yeah, if my skin's in tight fit, you can definitely stand this, but for me personally, I can extra small or it will depend on what I look. I don't think the extra small looks bad, the extra small left look bad, looking like it didn't fit me. It looks like just a more slightly relaxed kind of fit, if that makes sense. So we've got it long sleeves making come back. I've got this in the light colour, about these quite a few times, so I won't buy too much, but basically the next few tops I'm going to see about also get to a ultra very soft. Because these are wearable material, perfect for like day to day business thing, or whatever they're doing because it's not like thick. But uncomfortable, you see it's like really doing and then it's like long sleeve, like perfect long leg for Jordan. I feel about that, I love it, so I pull it from hand, and I love it. So like bottom it comes up in like this kind of heading really nice detail. So like wet is sports bra, I would say wet, if you wear blog you won't be able to see through that period. If you wear sports bra, now highlight sports bra on the clips, so you'll be able to see what it looks like. No, I'm trying to this in the colour, I just think especially doing some with absolutely. So same as the everything part of the ultra soft range. Very, very like, but I personally like to just like roll them on a little bit, keep that a little bit. Run on the 6 inches on the rubber texture in just out white. Love. I'm wearing extra small in the stitch size this, stitch size all of the tops. I'm going to stick that and I personally would not change size. If I'm confident it is talking about them, but colour bang, the images look good. But 2 new tops in the top here. Yeah, we've got one crop. I actually forgot to do a triangle of this. Do you know? I'll try it on now because I don't want to not do
this video. I'm just making loose. I have to just remove this. Do you know the title because it's nice how much I do really do until I expand mine. So I apologise. If you follow me on Instagram, I will post it on there.
But yeah, this is super stuff. I enjoy it, like I said, for the intention of training the gym. Definitely when you could wear it or do it if you can just put branding there. So just with honestly, so obviously with the like colour, because I feel like you really need it. It's hard to see. This is meant to be bought through the wash. It's not really. It's not as bad as the gym, but that's my eyeball because I just more careful. Yeah, the pinnacle tee. I've bought the gym twice. I've been through. The wash I've done in the hand clip. I just wear it with a white bra underneath. I love how this looks in the gym. The water is powder sharp, it's bra, and this one I just feel like it looks really good. Got the brand on the in black. There's ALPHALETE there. And that's pretty much running. So I feel like these tops have been not necessarily the intention of being in the gym, but more just like falling more to like one collection like the list I wear, where you can kind of do both. But you can't get away with out, and it's not as good as actually wear because they've done brands so subtly on the back. It was very something. I would definitely wear this. I think just so beautiful t-shirt, but yeah, it is just like wear without a bra. You can see nipples. So when I listen to I wear I think it looks like with brown. I would definitely recommend a Merc 100%. And I would definitely recommend you get one of the pinnacle tee. White with right on the ear. So I do like it to feel like a little bit more Jimmy, in my opinion. I like something for the rest of the gym to feel like you're a bit more Jimmy. So this is definitely my favourite of the new tops that's coming out definitely. And in the soft range, I do love long sleeve and if I had to pick one, I feel like I would probably just because of the ultra soft range. Honestly, if you've not tried it before, I highly recommend it. And then we've got some hoodies. So this black hoodie, I literally reviewed this exact black hoodie before, so I'm not even gonna speak too much. It's a full hoodie with on the front. I bet you this is my hoodies now. Just in the front, so I feel like would like 2 size if you want because even smaller detail, but not always like the oversized kind of fit as what I like. So I think we'll definitely got 2 sizes. You want another fit. If you don't want an oversized fit, you want to fit like a fit. Then true to size. If not already oversized, I'll definitely 2 sizes. At least I just feel like it's just that little extra to like a nice oversized fit and like the ALPHALETE hoodie is just my like has since November 29. Washed them at times. But the sensitive tackle quality is something I absolutely love. And then just got a little crop number. It's like low, so cute. And just on the front, like a rubberized logo. Super plain. It's like, yeah, got quite cool things on the hood and like on the back. Just add a little bit of detail. Yeah, super plain. I think it's small. And for me, personally, going on in the hoodie is completely fine. I could have got something to like, I say, no matter how small. It's quite like, I quite enjoy it. I said I'm meant to give it a it's when I look to see it today. I looked in, comment, information, look there, comment, please follow up, oh baby, Jesus, Mary, okay, check in, comment, but yeah, any questions I did, like, mention something else below, and let me do message me for the question, and I'll see if you can size it, check it, blah, 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 there's nothing to do. I'm ask the stupid questions. I'll get back everyone. Just play there with because that's actually something it's the long stretch. Yeah, fuck off if you were faithful. It would mean a lot to me if you guys go ahead and use it a lot or anything, but like only have the something to choose from to support the hard feeling around possibility. I'm not some people are possible to use it. It doesn't like using it because I really wouldn't get with them if no one uses my code. And because the on June 5th, my June 9th, I'm 2022. By then, I'm going to be uni and graduate, but not undergraduate. Apparently, people are allowed to go to like Beyonce for us to have a graduation. I've waited until 2022 because that makes no sense. Thank you so much for your help. She's on graduation. I'm going to call like Laura goes about finishing uni and my birthday. Like the Lord, not a lot. We do like a giveaway, maybe like some holiday like or I do like a little around December time. Really enjoyed doing it where I said July. I did like a money giveaway. What kind of giveaway would you lot prefer for the day? Is you got that in it? Yeah, I haven't yet, so just follow it so I can keep it. But that's been a nice thing to yeah, thank you for your support always on this video. Thanks for feedback. So I know that it's not everyone takes no like that video. Some people are straight like me. It's saying I'm just a great style. All videos, don't like it, that's completely fine. There's people for short form report in general. I know that you prefer short videos, completely fine. I love videos. I feel in a very fortunate position. I can do videos like videos having an outlet if I want. But I'm gonna stop it and go hope you have any questions and check the pin comments. I won't do any really. Right, I'm going to put in probably crash asleep on each other. Bye.
Here, they're going to be streaking across the sky in this adaptation. No, sorry. And if we go even further down the track.
Yeah, dude, it was.
I mean, really shouldn't have been here. Personally speaking, I'm much of an intro to the
Hey.
His group positive that are from the 17th of the series. And that's not true. All you could ask was, where's Ed? Well, here she is. Exactly as you remember her. Notably, out of all of the aspects of Bebop, Ed's character emerged the least changed. True, she only appeared in the very scene of the last episode as appeared in one of each like America. Because the story, the audience missed out on which are integral to her appeal, just mistakes from the dialogue.
I love it.
Taking control of Bebop is a real control point for relation to pride. These are the kinds of moments that endear character to the audience. Well, that and she also tapped into that moment of ways to fail in the us. But he wants to build off of all guys are all randomness, and then to put her at the end of the episode.
I know that's
season. See why people were pissed, but I very good the actor playing Ed being for instance on my the character has always answered to them and has never been contrary.
So a long time, no video, I don't even bother with the holding on the explanation because I have every single video with it at the moment. The UV's done now, we don't think about it anymore. So it's finished, I don't have YouTube videos now, we're back to uploading hopefully once a week. Yes, that's watching background. I've been this morning, and I'm not gonna lie guys, I am. Because I did take up on black, I didn't mean like this, everyone was looking at me like, she alright, everyone else I was definitely probably not in the age group to be honest, but I'm not gonna lie, it's really like my arms are very dense, so that will be, making out what I did, because let's be honest, it's definitely my most watched video. Never sure why, but that's nice. I'm not going to grab it, I say, so I can't really not hold on the recipes video. I'm probably absolutely fine. I made myself on my head. Picking up, just on my current situation with food, I've actually not been tracking for 3-4 months now. Probably been about 40 days, roughly 14-50 days within the past 4 months I have tracked my food. This has not been intentional, this has been a conscious decision, it's just been that my life has got very busy. My social life has got a lot busier, and out a lot more, there's a lot more things in my life that I cannot track anymore, and I would find that whilst I was still trying to track, I was getting really irritated, kind of ruining the things that I was going out doing, it kind of ruining me having fun, so I just eventually, it kind of fizzled out. I'm not saying I'll never track again, I'm just saying, at the moment I'm not tracking as my current food situation or intuitive eating, but I am aware that when I say intuitive eating, they may have tracked every like gram of food for like the past 4 years, so realistically, how intuitive is that? Because I consider like I all think, if you are currently wanting to like wean yourself off of tracking but you're already going to lose progress or you're not be able to maintain what you thought, it's not impossible, but yeah, do me a fun video. Do you prefer a vlog, so like a normal style what you're doing or video like this? Let me know, I'm not offended way, I know some people like the vlog style, it's more like dynamic, moving around, showing you around my day a bit more, probably more interesting, but equally some people will probably prefer this because it's not me rambling as much, although I've been filming for 4 minutes, it makes sense already, and I've been started telling about it in a day, which is better video, so I think on video, my breakfast been really in the UK, I have been having coffee, yogurt, the Morris's free, Greek yogurt, put some gold on top, I have to do neck, I put some peanut butter in there, the Morris's, I'm actually pretty yogurt, I'm not enjoying this, like, this is what I mean all the time, actually not, when I want pizza, I'm going to have one, absolutely, did have an old pizza last night, as if I'm a pain for it, so I am, but, so the Morris's free yogurt, not going to use ALPHALETE because like, they are obviously